Okay.
Yo.
It's still.
I'll be
it's still
AFK
a
for a
couple of
minute.
minutes. What? Sorry?
I'll be AFK for a minute. Just came
Yeah,
for the
okay.
advantage.
Okay.
Share spreadsheets together. Therefore, we can share do the DM a spreadsheet.
Yeah. But
And you put in the number, and then you let it just. We have devolved from D&D, which is just math and paper, into back into math and paper.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of my stuff got simplified, and I basically ditched some of the magical doodads and things. So instead of going around changing half the rolls that get made every session, I'm just going to be dropping vehicles on people from now on, pretty much.
Back to the rules. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing with like these gradual level ups, right? If you like only add abilities every level up, then you're just gonna have so many abilities you can't use, and like even a small percentage of
Well,
them.
even then, the problem wasn't having too many abilities to choose from. It was having abilities that each interact with each other.
That too.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, if you instead just add passive effects, then you're just gonna have 50 passive effects, which to keep track of. So I think the best thing is to just like have like very specific passives and stuff like that. Because like if you're able to remember those, then you're not gonna have to handle like 20 of them every turn. Unless you meet somebody who specifically matches all of your criteria.
I do still have some things that are kind of convoluted. Like, I can actually still increase my stats, but it just has got a cap on it so that it doesn't get too crazy. But yeah, it should be a bit simpler now, hopefully.
I mean, yeah, like, this thing is, I'm kind of considering giving Butcher a second action in some way, but that would just make everything so much slower. So I'm probably just gonna buff him in some other way.
More actions are good.
Yeah, it would basically function as a summon at that point, right? So it's not
but I just
as complicated, probably. Yeah.
But it makes the combats longer though. Then again, like one action versus two actions, I guess doesn't really change that much. With the one action, I specifically spent
No.
more time.
Think it vice versa. It makes combat faster because you kill your enemies faster. Yeah, because like I don't think it's gonna be less slow than when you had two separate characters because you're still thinking in the same turn order, right? Like Carolus plays with a drone,
True.
a full-on drone.
Next level up with 2, next level up with 3. Just saying.
And that's it because there's no more level ups after that.
Yeah, like 3 times as many actions. Like generally, they're also weaker, right? Because they're summoned. So like they add to slowing down to fast speeding up the battle, but it's not like having another view there, right?
The point is that the summons actions are very limited, right? That's why I was very hard against giving the drones like E or T, like any actions that Carolus has, because that does break how fast you can move with them. When it's like, okay, have a summon, but it's only 3 available choices, then it's less so.
In some way, it would actually be better if the summons were the same strength as your character, because then they would speed up the battle. But like this way, when it's like only just like, I mean, the way I treat Butcher is just like a real another piece on the board, so you can just have more like options when moving stuff around. But like if I treated him as like a full-on thing, I think it would slow down the battle.
Possibly.
It makes having more stuff to do definitely does make the combat faster. Like I feel like our combats are the epitome of I have too much choices, right? At least that's what I've been hearing you guys say.
I mean, I might actually just actually just take the option and remove that other trigger that triggers when I lose a third of my health, because I always forget about it.
I see my food is coming up, so I'll be right back. I'll just go out to meet a midway. B or B. Actually, wait, I can drop the watch to get a link.
And Mark, I think you don't need to worry about more characters taking more time in combat. Like, if you really want to speed up combat, they're like thinking before your turn is already there and stuff. You can compensate with stuff. Our combat is slow as fuck, no matter how many characters we have.
Also, the fact that we can heal ourselves so many times that Lucas has to make enemies who can constantly kill us over and over and over again to make
or just be invulnerable. His latest trick.
Yeah. There are a number of factors that result in combat taking a long time.
I mean, yeah, it's true. Like a lot of it is just thinking about the things, because something just suddenly changes, and I'm completely confused. Then again, the less stuff you have, the less time you spend thinking, right?
Yeah, but on the other hand, if you have less stuff, you wanna make the turns really count, and then you just break your head by thinking, oh, what could Butcher possibly do helpful? But then it's so limited that it takes more time to think about how to be useful.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like that's the thing. Like, if you make your abilities so that they don't get fucked up by the enemy, like moving and doing stuff, then they're generally gonna be less fun to actually work with, because they're gonna be less like situation based.
Well, yeah.
So the more I think, I mean, that is a part of the problem with my abilities. They all have like specific things that like this needs to be here, this needs to move here, and all this other stuff. Which also is its own kind of complexity, I guess. That is a good point. But I think it makes it a lot more fun to like actually have to worry about like placement and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And again, it does slow down the combat even further. Having actually more than having like a routine that you always go through.
Wait, what is your current strongest attack?
It's still the laser.
As you described, like the pieces must be in place. I was trying to recollect my thoughts. What did Connie do? That was impressive the last time.
I mean, no, like the way I am improving her is by having Butcher like combo with her attacks, basically. Because yeah, I'm not really. I mean, I could just tell Leuxis to increase the damage on the laser, but he's probably gonna be like, okay, so now it costs 20 HP instead of 7.
Yeah.
And it also feels kind of cheap. I wanted there to be like, you know, doubling the damage or like applying the damage to another person as well and stuff like that.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
Another issue with having too many abilities is that you just forget about them, like, or you forget the whole description. You only just remember a part of it. Like I just now remember.
Definitely. Yeah.
Sorry, I just now remember that like every time I restrain somebody with Butcher, I do actually get to like connect them to another character, so we can do double the damage. But they have to be next to him. I might also want to.
Oh, our DM is eating Legos.
It's called a paper bag.
Our DM is eating a paper bag.
Yeah, now I realize what I just said. It like took a second. I got pizza wraps.
Nice.
Alright, I can see everyone's in the watch together.
Oh, I see.
So if you've been, if you've done complaining, we can probably start.
Okay, then we'll need a couple more minutes. So
yeah, sure, go ahead.
So we are believing he's eating something related to pizza and not Legos and paper.
I mean, he is a human.
Is he? Have you seen him? The AI got like. Have you talked to Miles and Maya recently? They seem very convincing.
Okay, but the AIs don't actually need to eat, though. So if he is eating, then he's either a human or some AI that needs to eat, which is very strange.
No, that's my argument, because like the AI is bad at doing stuff like that, but it still tries. So he would imitate food sounds, and then it's just Legos.
Yeah.
You should argue that because it's actually AI, it should mimic the sounds of the food like relatively well, but make them like super generic. So Legos would actually be a very bad thing for AIs to.
You don't know how many people
it's not
eat Legos.
sound. It's not food. Okay, I'm done. We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I know I needed to swallow mid-bite. Thank you. This sudden finish. There's a sex joke in there, but not now. All right. If everyone's good, we can start in 3, 2, 1.
Casablanca.
Wait, why does he get to be president?
Well, I think I would have made a damn fine president. Kissed a few hands, shook a few babies.
You would have brought a real dignity to the office.
Thank you.
You don't have what it takes. I'll be president. And I nominate Little Rock as my VP.
So that means I get to be president if you get killed by zombies.
That wasn't what I was thinking.
Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend. Keep you in the dark until it all begins. Send in your skeletons, sing as their bones come marching in again.
As the last rays of the sun enlighten, mesmerizing city of Bobabdal, your crew riding on a large vehicle, much larger than the horses in front of you, with the drum of this vehicle, whose name I actually forgotten just now. Roadroller, thank you. I was like, it rolls. What else does it do? It's on the road, of course. So, as you're with this roadroller drumming through, creating a new pathway for all the water in the swamplands, you're following 5 soldiers, within which there's a general and a 6th man dressed in strange robes.
Wasn't it 10 soldiers last session?
Oh yeah, sorry, 10.
5 got flattened by the roadroller.
The horses are not fast enough.
I mean, it is Elder driving, so I don't know if she can distinguish between men and ground when she flattens stuff.
As you go over a bump, Bob falls over and gets flattened. Connie, how did we get here?
Oh shit. Okay. So, last session we gathered up. Well, you didn't really gather up already immediately, but we spent this beginning of the session just actually fighting the retreating people who just like refused to fight or ran away, and we just kept fucking beating them up. And I think we spent a decent amount of time on that, unnecessarily, but it was fun. Anyway, so after that, we all gathered up together to, well, talk about, Bob being gone. And we just threw together some ideas on how to get him back. We had Gabriel step up and talk to the others through Butcher, because Connie was still in the beast mode potion form.
Yeah.
So she still has like 23 hours or something, so that's gonna be interesting.
The next 6 months.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we just talked about how to get him back. Butcher stepped up because the world was ending, and when the world is ending, when the world ends, you can't really strangle people to death anymore. So kind of a bad thing. So he just kind of snapped out of his murderous rage, which he keeps himself in, and started actually trying to help. But he is now back to murderous rage, so he might not be much use anymore. Anyway, so the first idea was to contact Pernicias and turn back the day, but we didn't know how to find him, and we didn't really know if he could actually help. The second idea was to go to 6ix9ine and see if he couldn't help, and then do something. And the final idea was to just attack Savid immediately and try to rescue Bob that way. Actually, Butcher recommended that we could actually shoot a teleportation pearl into a place that far away, but it would probably shatter, so it wouldn't work anyway. And well, what we did figure out is that there's teleporters everywhere, so we could technically teleport from this capital to the capital of Pomakia and do that, but we didn't know where the Emperor was, so that wouldn't really work. Where Savid was. So instead, we decided to just pray to Bob to help find him. And as we prayed and prayed, Bob responded. Well, he didn't really respond. He just kind of used our prayers to basically give himself a moment of clarity and strength, which he used to steal a bit of what was it? He was extracting the
Divinity,
godhood?
yeah.
He was extracting the divinity from his brother, which was in control of Bob's body. And Bob regained his conscience and stole one of the crystals that had the divinity in it, and teleported himself, the crystal and his mind, into a body of a small boy. And he just kind of walked up to us.
Yep.
Okay, now I do imagine Timmy from South Africa.
Oh my god, Timmy! Oh no! I don't think we can retcon it that like for the first 5 minutes everything he said was Timmy.
Yeah, he thought he was speaking, but it was...
There was just so much brain damage.
Did we figure out how much of a setback that was for Savid's reuniting with his brother and stuff?
I think we just knew it was like just a sliver of the power. Like it's enough to stop him from taking over the world, but he's still gonna basically be twice as strong.
Wait,
so that's not good.
Like he doesn't get to become a full god, but we're still completely screwed.
But he's like a 99% god right now, or what?
Yeah.
Something like that, I think.
Oh. But I like how you omitted the goddess just shitting on us for 20 minutes.
Well, I mean, it didn't really achieve too much.
She didn't say anything you didn't know.
It hurt my feelings, at least.
Well, she did shit on us a bunch. She like gave us some ideas on how to kill Bob, because she still just wants to kill him because she thinks it's the easiest way to prevent Savid from, gaining the full power. And actually, did Bob absorb that part of divinity into his soul, or is it like I don't know, physically somewhere? I guess it is inside of his soul, right?
Yeah, it would be part of his essence.
Right. So so he absorbed the crystal into his essence, and then he put his essence into the boy. Oh no.
yeah, sounds about right.
Oh no. Let's not talk about Bob putting essence into boys. That does not sound very PG.
But while we were talking about Bob and him coming back, what stops Savid from just teleporting to us right now? And just taking Bob with him again?
Nothing's really stopping him from doing that. But we do know that it would take a few hours for him to teach Evil Bob how to do the Pomakian fusion dance. So he either comes back now and attacks us with two versions of himself, or he waits a few hours and then comes back as a 99% god.
Yeah, basically. So, with this imminent doom hanging above our heads, we decided to go to battle. And go fight 6ix9ine. And to that end, well, we didn't really decide that too much. We just got a bunch of soldiers who were dispatched to get us into the king's camp. And then now we're just following them to get there.
Also, you have to remember, just to clarify, like this just recently happened, right? The last thing Bob saw was, I'm thinking how to name this so this we can distinguish. Okay, so Bob Savid's brother is gonna be Brober now. So his non-canon name is Brober.
So shouldn't he be Brovid?
Oh yeah, Brovid.
Brovid. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Okay, now he sounds like a stoner.
Brovid.
Yeah, he probably is. I mean, we know like 3 gods. Gabriel is a drug addict. Natas is probably a drug addict. Savid might not be a drug addict.
Natas is definitely a drug addict. Half the time he's shirtless.
Yeah.
Actually, all the time he's shirtless.
So is Savid. Yeah.
Oh, also, I should sound a little different now, but I should be like a lot easier to pick up. I changed my mic again. For some reason, every time I put in like the headphones, it switches to the headphone mic, which is trash.
I mean, yeah, you sound very good now.
Well, anyway, so what I was gonna.
Sorry, I didn't finish actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so the bro read was so amazing. I just forgot my chain of thought. So the last thing Bob saw was Broweed and Saweed having a dinner with a bunch of mages he didn't recognize or didn't even have time to comprehend. But you have to realize that you kind of would know that from their perspective, they probably have no idea what happened to Bob either. Right? So the Brovi just went into his inner sanctum and just saw Bob disappear with a shard, but they have no idea that he somehow went back to you guys.
Oh.
And all scrying items are currently being overtaken by 6ix9ine.
How did
then again,
Savid
if
know
I had lost
where to teleport to?
I mean, to be fair, if I had lost part of my soul, I would probably have looked on the way where I lost it. So I would have probably gone back to the place
He
where I got it from.
teleported like a couple feet from us, out of nowhere.
He knew you were going to the Bobabital. What do you mean?
Yeah, and he knew the exact location where we'll be chilling outside of it.
No, that's why some people. That's why there were literally was someone who was like, "Hey, Elodie, come with me. Let's leave Bob here."
Yeah, he did have.
Yeah, but there was no Monella around when he teleported to us.
Yeah, no, but there were two Morts. The Manila and the Morts were working together.
So he can see through Morts.
I don't know. Maybe they called him.
They can't call him
scrying items don't work. How?
Oh right, I forgot that they had.
No, okay. So out of character, Bob was literally in the. Sorry, not Bob. Savid was literally in the city waiting.
That's only items, isn't it? It's not. It's not like. Yeah. So, because at the end, the Manila lady was like got a telepathic message or something, and that's why she started retreating. So maybe he can telepathically communicate with.
I mean, maybe they're his followers, right? Like prayers seem to still work.
Yeah, that'll be what it is.
Yeah, but out of character, Savid was also literally in the city.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense.
He was like, okay, those fuckers are coming here because. Reminder: he went to meet with 6ix9ine.
True. And he also did.
Well, he also instantly just teleported, by the way. But
there's a clear stream.
Yeah, with his GPS location.
If you've been on a planet for 1,000 years and teleported a bunch, I mean,
so Vita's good in Google Maps play. Okay.
I mean,
you've seen GeoGuessr.
I mean, even we could figure out where he was from the streams, roughly. So if he could,
not the exact tent, but okay.
I mean, yeah, but if you can teleport, you can just teleport, look at the next 20 hectares, and be like, well, there's no vampire army here, so let's teleport a little bit to the side.
Yeah, true.
We're just rationalizing the plot holes, and I don't like it.
Well, the plot is as tight as insert something here.
I mean, that's the
but
thing,
you can't because it's so tight.
Very nice.
That sounds like a weird thing to do. Well, anyway, but the idea is just because something isn't explained doesn't mean it's a plot hole, right? There could still be.
No, I'm just trying to understand how we can keep safe from Savid, but if he can't just randomly teleport to us from now on because he doesn't know exactly where we're going, that helps.
I mean, he would be able to teleport to Bobabital. He can't teleport. I mean, you don't know how he teleports. He sensed. He senses Bob's family out there. He knows that they're there somewhere in space. So,
but he doesn't
I forgot. You can just teleport to spaceships.
Yeah.
Probably line of sight, huh?
He literally did that when he arrived at the planet.
Oh, that is a fair point. I mean, then again, spaceships are a lot easier to see than people. I'm pretty sure he couldn't just notice our group from some high up.
I don't know how good your vision has to be to see a small spaceship from the ground.
I mean, he's a god, so.
Yeah, but it's scrying again. But whatever.
But again,
if he's not affected,
but it's not scrying though. It's not scrying is not the problem. Scrying items are the problem. If you cast a scrying spell, you can still do it. It's just the magical items that's
in that case.
to.
Wait, so is he now saving us? Is 6ix9ine stream saving our asses right now?
Nah.
We are in the possession of the people who watch his stream and know that he's coming to kill them and escape before he gets there.
Yeah, my whole argument is that Savid, if his scrying ability or spell or whatever is not dependent on the distraction from 6ix9ine, then he can find us and take Bob back. That's the worry.
That's a good point.
Yes. Yeah, he could. I mean, you literally know he has been watching you and scrying on you when you were traveling on Etsy and such. Multiple entities there.
So it makes no sense to did he? No, he didn't see Time, but who did he follow? The soul when scrying, or how does? It's magic. I don't know. Let's play.
Yeah, it would depend on. Like it can depend. Like
usually you describe an appearance in D&D scrying. Like if you know a person or not, you describe the appearance if it matches, and you can scry on.
Yeah, but like Kraken's Eye requires you to know the exact person you're thinking of scrying on.
But that's Prometheus ship or whoever ship. If it's a new body, is it the same person?
Oh yeah, it's your Theseus ship.
Is Bob still Bob? Is it the same Bob he saw escape?
Oh, right, yeah. Could he scry Bob, or would he have to scry Timmy to see Bob?
Wouldn't know. You can try testing the Kraken's Eye once it starts working if you wish.
Yeah.
Well, again, we are
Bob's jaw is currently flattened as his body's trying to restructure itself, so he can't really comment for the rest of the session.
Yeah. So we just pick up Bob and stick him on the back of the road roller, and he sort of glues himself back together very slowly.
Yeah. His muscle fibers are slowly reattaching themselves back.
No, every time we ask him a question, he just goes like, "Mama."
Yeah, just in case we get scryed on, we should pretend he's not Bob. Or good old party member Timmy.
Yeah. Currently his brain is squished, so he is only saying Timmy.
Nice.
So right. Currently, right now, you are following the horses leading you towards the war camp. There is about an hour's worth of a ride.
By the way, I hope you haven't forgotten about Elise scouting 6ix9ine's army in the meantime. I don't know how much time passed, if she's on the way back or got sniped or something.
Yeah, I remember. You asked her to count the exact number.
Okay, good.
Did you I don't think you said the exact number. I don't think you said the exact number.
Elise is good at maths. She will come back quickly.
No, he's what he said, because I noted that was, I want to know exactly how many of them are.
Oh, okay then.
So, yeah, I think that's her. She just flew by. I think she's doing a third round now. She lost the count at around. She loses the count around 30,000. You know. She doesn't have enough bytes to store all the numbers.
Well, I mean, she really struggles with, remembering all the people she counted already.
Nah, every time a prisoner gets turned into a vampire, she has to start from the beginning again.
The general had some interest talking with you, but he seems to be disappointed that there is no army. His son in tinfoil armor, who's riding on the same horse behind him, does seem to... He doesn't say anything, but he does wide-eyed stare at you with his tinfoil helmet on.
Who is he most interested in?
He's just looking at the road roller in general.
Okay. Nice.
The soldiers are mostly tensed up, with the only exception being the robed rider who you already at the end of last session identified wearing something that doesn't allow ley lines to get through, something like almost ley line repellent.
An anti-magic burqa.
Yes,
I want that.
Pretty much. Whatever you want to do, whatever conversations you want to initiate, is up to you guys. Connie is still, as mentioned, in her beast form, so she cannot communicate thought, but Butcher is there. There's also the astral form of Gabriel.
Yep, both of them in Connie's head while she cannot talk. Probably just arguing with each other. Butcher just shouting at her that like she's a little pussy for, not being able to kill Bob.
How are we currently communicating with Connie? Are we just like, okay, Marky is gone and it's Connie now? And talking to Connie or?
Connie's just following you. Like, I don't...
Yeah, we know that it's Connie. We know that happened, that whole thing. Because Marky did this big whole speech about it, and it was all dramatic and stuff. And then he wishes to go.
Carlos, do you not remember Marky leaving?
To be
Marky
fair,
hasn't been here for like 6 or 8 sessions.
Yeah, but we haven't really character developed in character, I believe.
I guess.
But
I mean, to be fair, yes. I do roleplay her almost exactly as I did Marky. She's just a little bit more communist.
I also love the idea that you bring this up and she cannot speak.
Yeah, this is the perfect time.
CT like, wow,
CT doesn't care that she can't speak. He will initiate.
Sure.
CT will walk up to, scoot over to
Connie. I was gonna say.
And take out a bunch of garbage out of his bag. Some rudimentary robotics and cables or whatever. Here, fix it, please.
I mean, I guess she can. Fair.
Just for the DM's information, this is the barrier device I dug up.
Oh, I see.
I mean, I guess Connie should be able to replace some of it, but I mean, she can't manifest too complicated stuff, I guess.
It wasn't even broken. We just dug it up. So
that is true.
It should still be functional.
Okay, if you just need some
I did overload it. I did overload the force field. I don't know if that damaged the generator.
Keep that to yourself. Okay, so
but Connie, so you can either accept or not take it, but you cannot communicate doubt.
Yes, of course. I can do actions, but I cannot communicate.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
like even you taking the bag isn't communication that you will fix it. It's just like taking the bag. It's like I've entirely perfect poker face. CTA cannot tell if she's gonna fix it or she's just taking it because it's like something valuable potentially.
Yeah, she's gonna take it. That's all you got.
Nice. I trust you will do good with it. It will be very useful. It will be very useful to establish communism because you can trap people inside. That should be all the convincing she needs. You said it's an hour, right? I can just start healing myself.
If you wish to do that within the hour, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I might also be there. I think probably not that much. Mostly just damaging myself. Oh yeah, she is damaged. Okay. Well, yeah. So she also does repair herself. It is kind of annoying that we don't have Bob and his infinite healing.
Well, does he still have healing, or does he get reworked?
He's level 1 now.
No. He Bob the God is dead. Like he starts from level 1 as a new character. It's just that we worked out the mind being passed.
Wait, so was the mind being passed gonna happen regardless of what we did, or was that just like?
That was middle of the session, like spur of like, oh hey, this can work, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck it, this can work, because he hasn't still built the character, right? So, because I present,
Wait,
because
is he building another character now?
Yes. Oh yeah, he's gonna have it's gonna be Bob's mind in an entirely different body.
Nice. So he literally just finished making the demigod character, and now he's making another one.
Finally, his Futar arc is about to embark.
I mean, the same way he has his one mind in multiple characters. I have the same character with a different mind. We have all the combinations of Freaky Friday here.
Very well. 1 second, I was thinking. Yeah. So CT, you are what? Wait, CT. Before repairing, you asked me something, didn't you? Or am I mistaken?
Did I ask you something?
Never mind then. Yeah. So you can repair yourself.
I asked about Elise, but she's sidelined.
Oh, hey, if you're doing repairs, then does that mean an hour's passed, Lucas? Can I heal up?
The hour is passing. Like, what are you doing within the hour?
He said we will be there in an hour. That's what he said.
Yeah. So the hour is commencing now. So you're just driving. Okay.
I guess Connor's gonna be repairing himself.
Yeah, I mean that's perfectly fine. You did roll some d20s at the end of last session, I believe.
Yeah, we rolled.
The movement ones.
A lot of d20s at the end of the session.
Yeah, I started scrolling and I'm like, wait a second, we didn't roll. Oh, it's just Elodie. Wow.
Lots of
Elodie. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was me testing out a bunch of the changes I had to make to my start sheet. So yeah, the rolls from last time were 11.
I have the number. It's perfectly fine. I just want to check if it was the last thing we did.
Yeah.
Right. So, as both Connie and CT are healing themselves and Elodie focusing on driving, with Bob also in a weird way repairing himself. Excuse me, Timmy. Repairing himself. If none of you initiate a conversation,
well,
either this.
If nobody else, I was about to corrupt the tinfoil child. If nobody's initiating conversation. Come on, child! Don't you want to ride on this big, thick horse of ours? This yellow stampede of power? Come, hop over here. It's not slippery at all.
The general will interject. Apologies, sire, but this boy is not experienced for battlefield to ride separate from me. If you don't mind, I want his life to be entirely my responsibility so I can bear the pain.
I'm sorry, did it seem like I talked to you? Come on, child.
It's fine. He will be perfectly safe with us, and if he dies horribly, we'll just get him resurrected.
Yeah, he will stay fresh.
That is not how resurrections work.
Oh yeah, it is. Just take us to those priests, and then we'll prove it to you.
I know how resurrections work. I've been in the battlefield. I've already lost my chance to regain life.
Yeah, like I said. Wait, how have you lost your chance? You're still alive.
How do you think death works?
You die, and then you wait an hour and then you move on to heaven or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
it's
you're
an
alive.
hour after death. Yes, but
Yeah.
the hour doesn't stop.
I
Once
don't
you
follow.
die and are resurrected, death is waiting the moment you die to take you over. You are indebted to death. You do not get more than one chance.
Oh,
Anyone
you've
who
only been
dies,
resurrected once, huh?
as far as I've seen with soldiers, yes.
Ah, cool. I never knew that. I hope our guys haven't been resurrected before.
What he's talking about is problems poor people have. We will just go to the next god and say, resurrect him for double. And she will probably do it.
We could probably talk to Dave about that. Now that you've mentioned it. We have met him a couple of times at this point.
So have I. Didn't seem like a fellow who likes to bargain.
I don't know. He seems to be deals with quite a lot of people that we've met. Like, Dorian and Fur and the other guy who's also called Fur. And,
he raises an eyebrow. You met Fur?
Yes.
Wait, did you say you met both Furs?
Yes. We met one of them on an island or a peninsula or something.
Before or after he got a drinking problem?
Probably after.
The probably in that sentence is very questionable.
We only heard legends of him being sober. Like a dream we dreamt about him existing.
That sounds more like it.
He was so cool.
Those fellows have a bit of a different destiny ahead of them. Where we gain an hour, they have gained 20 years, but no more, no less. They will be taken once that time ends up.
What if somebody resurrects them, though?
You can't. Once a soul has been claimed by death, no god can bring it back to the world.
What about Savid? Because I'm pretty sure he did that thing with his son, or his adopted son, or whatever that guy was, and then that's why Death was mad at him or something. Would we kill his adopted son?
I don't know neither this Savid or this adopted son, but...
Oh, okay. I think his name was Leikai. Do you know him?
It's the father of the Elemental Brothers. I've heard of his stories.
Yeah,
I have had encounters, in a sense, with his sons and daughters. God, the daughters.
Wait, there were multiple daughters? We only met one.
Well, yes, although the misogynistic name of Elemental Brothers, they do sometimes include their sisters.
Oh.
Out of character, you've killed one.
Yeah, we met her and she died horribly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is funny.
To people that we meet. But yeah, no, like I said, I knew we met one, but I didn't realize there was sisters plural.
I mean, there's also Li Yun, so...
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah. At the least.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, yeah. Weird that she didn't join them then, I guess, isn't it? Like, that she was like doing her own thing and all the rest of them were like, hey, we're going to become a pirate family, and she's like, good luck with that, bye.
Well, she was the one that went after her grandfather, right?
Yeah,
so that's kind of the change that happened.
She was like, I'm gonna go find my grandfather and go on other adventures. I don't want to be a pirate. I want to be a ground something. And then she got put into a ship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. CTA, you can tell that this guy isn't too, at least doesn't seem to be. He still bounces on the horse, and you can see him get a bit of a strain on each hit. The way he pulls his horse isn't like super strong as well. He's way above average strength. He could kick probably most of his soldiers' asses in hand-to-hand combat. but he's not like super powerful. Most of even the way he speaks, you've heard at the table. You've heard both sides. You've heard the soldiers speak, you've heard the generals speak, and you heard the fakers speak. You know that this man speaking at the gambling table is speaking from the experience of a leader who is more in the command region, who's forming the armies, ensuring the men's morale, but he isn't one to be head first into battle, right?
Okay.
Especially knowing some of the enemies.
He was
some scars.
Young recruit
some scars on his face do tell of battles before. But
domestic battles?
Sorry?
Domestic battles?
No,
domestic disputes? Scratch marks on his face?
More like blade slashes, or even on his left lower lip, you can tell at some point he was pierced with a dagger through the lower lip.
There's also some very violent domestic battles.
And that's how the boy was born.
Okay, so he's probably not bullshitting about the death part. Okay.
He does comment, I do not know of your encounter with him or Dev, or who this Savid person is, but if the person had died, they will not be resurrected for a second time, as far as I know. Although, we never tried to do it within the hour 2 times, to be fair. So, not sure on the rules for that.
Okay, there's the loophole.
Yes, you can resurrect them as many times as you want within 1 hour.
Yeah, as long as we just let them get themselves killed, and then immediately store them again, then technically no more time passes, so we can just.
Well, no, I think the idea is like after you die, like, and you get resurrected, that hour is still the hour. That's like, it's like if you die after 5 minutes, you get resurrected, and then an hour passes, you can no longer get resurrected.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, the general would add on to the saying. My elders would explain this as your name being written in Dev's book by the first time you die. Just because you get resurrected and he can't take you away forcefully doesn't mean he isn't waiting for you the first moment you exit from this plane.
Do you know where he stashes his book when he goes to sleep?
I don't know if the book is literal or metaphorical, it's just a thing elders would say, but I have seen his ship at the Nagelfara. Horrible thing, really. Scared me shitless the first time I saw him.
That's a pretty gross-looking ship, to be honest.
I will never forget the smell.
Of hand sanitizer.
Of what? What's this sanitizer?
Hand sanitizer. It's the thing you clean your nails with. That's what it smells like.
Oh no, it wasn't the nails, it was my men who also were shitless at the point when the ship passed.
Oh.
Took us 3 days to clean the deck.
God damn.
It was after some ships sailing northward. We were just passing through the North Sea, escorting some people into Eldonia. Well, people is maybe a strong word. Prisoners, more like scum of the earth. Nothing whose lives are worth living, but killing brings you death, so we don't do it anymore.
Okay, cool story, bro. I'm bored. Pass the boy.
I really wish you to respect my choices of not bringing him to this metallic creature you're riding.
He's an adult. He can make his own choices.
This metallic creature we're riding is perfectly safe. We've only flagged one person since we started fighting it a few minutes ago. Come on, what do you want from us?
Yeah, it's not like your troops. Half the number since we departed.
He sighs. I will hold you personally accountable if anything happens to the brat. As he one-handedly lifts up the boy by his collar and hands him over. As the boy goes yippee up, basically up east towards you.
How old is the boy? Is he like a baby?
No, between toddler and an actual kid.
You said last session that he was 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so he can
He's around 4.
Talk.
Yeah, he could talk if you talked to him.
Okay, guys, who wants to see if Knuckles or this child wins in a boxing match?
Let's go.
The general, the general starts riding with his mouth open as he's just in disbelief of the disrespect.
Hey, relax! I'm not summoning the spider Knuckles. This is the drone Knuckles. He has one.
I don't understand what you're saying, but speaking of Knuckles boxing and my son doesn't sound like an appropriate thing for a 4-year-old's activity.
Hey, no. Knuckles is just a name. Relax. They will be using...
Like the Echidna?
Like what?
The Echidna.
The fuck is that?
Knuckles the Echidna, the legendary warrior.
Oh. Yes. But they will not fight bare knuckle. I'm not an animal. They will have boxing gloves.
Then again, I would say that fighting bare knuckle is a great experience for a child. That's how I got my bringing up.
Knuckles grows a penis.
So long as Knuckles doesn't get from Ebola, then that's all that matters.
There is bare Knuckles. I hope you're happy.
Yeah.
Knuckles, retracted. We need arms.
The boy starts crying. He's too scared. He doesn't understand anymore what's going on.
That's not a surprise.
As the father sighs and extends his hand for you to get the child back.
I hand him a gold coin. I keep him. He's fun.
Are you insisting that my boy is a slave to be sold?
No, I'm insisting that I'm renting him until we arrive. That's called time labor.
My child is crying. Either you make him not cry or you hand him back over.
Okay. Child, which one of the pills do you want? Is it a black one? An orange one? This shiny crystal? Wait, do I still have a couple of the headstones? Probably not. Oh yeah, I still have 6 head crystals.
I'm giving you the last warning. And you see soldiers tense up in front of you.
Oh no!
I do not know who you are, but you do
just
not.
Giving him some lovely sweet to eat. It'll be tasty. He'll
Okay.
be very happy, I'm sure.
Okay. I pull out a boomerang. I believe it was the boomerang our good friend Jeff. Joe. Yeah, I give the child Joe's boomerang to play with and say, okay. I'm not cruel to kids. Go back to your dad. Looks like you're not brave enough to be here on the cool horse. But here, play with.
Give me a charisma. With advantage. As you're emotionally manipulating a child.
Yeah, I quickly put on my sunglasses to impress the child.
Of course, as you say, not with the cool horse, right? And you put on your sunglasses for a second. An 8, I guess, with the sunglasses. Okay, let's see if the child knows he's being manipulated. 1d20 minus 4.
Yeah, it should roll knowledge to trick a child, not charisma.
He can't, no. He's a 5-year-old.
Yeah, no, as he sees the sunglasses, he like extends one hand for the sunglasses and the other for the boomerang, and he's like, I'm cool.
What did you say, small child? You don't want to be with your dad anymore?
He like stops, looks back. Looks back at you, starts crying again.
Ah.
Stupid child, take the boomerang and fuck off.
So you give him the boomerang and you hand him back to the father?
Yeah.
As the father quite angrily rides back towards the front, the child stops immediately crying and shows you the tongue.
I silently whisper, "Oh no, someone stole Joe's boomerang."
There's a thunder in the distance. Joe might be more angry with you that you allow the boomerang to be stolen, rather than be arguing against the thief.
Nah, Joe wouldn't be like that.
Yeah, Joe likes us. Come on.
Yeah, he forgot his boomerang in my inventory for half a year.
As that conversation ends, if the soldiers, as you're starting to approach the camp, you do notice the soldiers start at first humming, and then they start almost like singing. Are there any other conversations to be initiated during this ride?
I mean, I would like to talk to our new comrade, but he's not here, so I guess.
I mean, out of character, I'm just hoping as much time passes as possible.
Yeah, that's fair. So as the soldiers sing, we finish with the hour, so you can roll your heals.
Connie, have you finished repairing my thingamajig?
I mean, I guess I can just... Connie's gonna just see how much she repairs, and then she's gonna repair it if she has. Okay, that's actually...
I mean, you only get this for... You only get 1 hour, so...
Well, I mean, yeah, but... Oh, yeah, actually, wait. Yeah, I mean, then again, I can use my, like, hand thingy, but I guess that's not really for repairing stuff, is it?
Yeah, no. So the idea is that CTA, you look at Connie. Also, you rolled it for advantage.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything on this one.
Okay. Sure it doesn't.
Oh, look! This is just a damage roll, so it doesn't make a difference.
Alright, that's fair. So what happens today is you look at Connie asking if she fixed that your thing, and you see her just having it placed on the side, fixing herself instead.
Hey! You definitely non-verbally promised me to prioritize it.
Just a poker face. Maybe a growl. Neutral growl.
Whatever you are trying to communicate, I don't understand.
Another neutral growl.
How can growls be so nondescriptive?
Even more nondescript growl.
So you ride in with these singing soldiers as their song gets met by a camp. And within this camp, you can see various tents, large both and small. Large both and small. Damn, my linguistics today. So yeah, you have large tents and you also have large small tents. You can see that there is a mix of races. You have various elvish, dwarvish, orcish creatures even walking around. In a very weird way, you even notice one orcish creature wearing metal armor. As they hear your soldier, your caravan ride up, they start singing as well, like matching the tune of the song as the general rides in, and everyone is almost. Doesn't seem like they're singing with him, as almost like they're singing at him as he rides into the crowd through the tents. As the other few soldiers stop, and with fear in the eyes, do you realize as they look at your road roller approaching the camp?
Hey, we specified last session that because the ground is swampy, we're technically digging a canal as we go, so they should be grateful we're making it easier for them to transport supplies.
Yeah, but like
small boats.
The general will ask you to please get out, please not ride this into the tent.
Okay. Once we get there, I will snap my fingers and make the rotor vanish.
Very well. Just FYI, your voice is. Sorry, I was laughing from the image Carol's.
Not to mention the obvious one, the rhino with 3 wheels on the side or whatever that is.
No. It's just a cart with 4 on it. It's not. It's not a ride.
It's like a really. It's not even much like a rhino. It's more like a bull or something. Except that it has 3 wheels.
It looks like the dragon from that 90s movie or whatever.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's clearly. It's clearly a rat bear. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, no, it's obviously 2 horses, but there's like a weird bench in front, in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
The image feels like the image feels like one of those 3D illusions where it looks like one thing on the left but another thing on the right, So
am I the only one who found this gratifying when they were a child?
We didn't have that in Lithuania, weirdly, so I skipped that drama.
Oh well.
Anyway. So, unless anyone has any other wishes, the sun has set with mostly the fires of the camp enlightening the surrounding area, and everyone seems quite lively, a bit alarmed, but lively. The general has wishes to take you to King Bob, but up to you.
No, wait, before we are not allowed to see King Bob. The Burka guy said we need to give the Cauldron guy back to his family first. So the first thing we have to do is we have to find a priest and then get the Cauldron guy resurrected.
Who's the Cauldron guy again?
We took him on board our ship after King Bob stopped us in the middle of the flippin' river for no good reason. And
he's the one that helped you scry on Akali.
Yeah, that's right. You scried on Akali.
Yeah, he scried on Akali, and then we managed to get him killed.
Yeah, we told him to go down below the decks where it was safe, and he still managed to die. He was that weak.
Oh yeah, he managed to die because 3 fucking ships were dropped on top of the ship. What do you mean?
There were like 4 massive creatures fighting each other, and then we dropped 3 ships on top of it. Yes.
Okay, Elodie can go do that.
Okay.
CTA wants to split off and look for the steward or whatever the position of the guy is that distributes stuff in the camp, like equipment and stuff.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, the general would tell you that you can go to the general's tent. There's his subordinates waiting. Because he mentioned he's the right-hand man, supposedly, to the King Bob. So he will show you to the tent saying, that they can guide you further if needed. Meanwhile, Elodie, you're going towards the priest's tent, and the Burka guy before said that you'll get the Natas followers, the Natas priests, to help you out with that. He said they said that they can spare Natas priests for your cause.
Awesome. I mean, it's not really my cause; it's his cause. He's the guy. He's the one that wants the cauldron guy alive. But sure, whatever.
I mean, he doesn't know. That's the point.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He just said we have to return the cauldron guy to his family, and we were just like, okay, do you know if there's any priests though?
You know where a lot of cauldrons lie around.
Connie, what will you be doing?
Probably just go around the camp, trying to find. I guess I could just follow CTA into the armory.
Very well. Right. Let's do Elodie then first. I love splitting up the party. Elodie, you are shown by the Borg person towards a large tent with various semi-religious markings on it. However, you notice there's not a lot of liveliness around it. There are some lights inside, but not a lot of people walking in or out of it. You don't hear too much chatter inside of it, and the Burka guy doesn't seem to be interested in going.
Okay. I guess I would just ask him.
Hey, he seems a bit deserted around here. Is Natas not a particularly popular god or something?
They take a second to answer. Shrugs for a second and says, Natas hasn't been too fond of his followers in the past few years.
Ah.
Getting stressed out since they don't really get any response from him anymore. And sometimes the rituals outright fail.
This sounds less reliable than I would like, but hey, it's worth a try, I guess.
Exactly why I offered them to you.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's fine.
At this point, I would realize that there's probably not enough room in the camp to drop off worship down. However, I will persevere and I will enter the tent to see if there's any priests about.
As you enter, you see like a bunch of religious reliquia, a semi-altar almost set up, but everything seems half done. And the first thing you notice, you can't notice the smell, you don't have a taste of smell, but you can clearly see 14 drunk or in some other ways high as a kite people passed out on the floors. There's a few bottles, there's various powders, and some strange foods on the tables. All of them just completely out, scattered around. You think nice. You think you see one guy standing, but he's just leaned over in the corner, somehow as straight as a plank.
Okay. And the burqa guy didn't follow me in, did he?
No, he stayed outside.
Okay,
didn't even get off his horse.
Okay, so is there anyone else in this room that is conscious, or does this tent like connect to another room? Is it like a big fancy tent with multiple rooms?
This is like no, this is one large tent. You don't see anything connected to it. It's built sort of like almost like a mobile chapel, or it seemed like it was being built, and then at the middle of it, they gave up or found some other interesting things to do.
Well, if Gabriel is anything to judge by, Natus probably approves of their excessive drug use.
I mean, Natus is literally the god of pleasure, isn't he? The god of sensation.
Yeah.
So, I guess I would try shaking some of them, I suppose, to see if they wake up.
Wait, does this mean that there's like free drug use in Natus world? Or are just like the rides so good you don't need to do drugs?
Who knows? We're gonna complete this campaign, take little Millie to Natus world, and then immediately leave because there's like the atmosphere is just weed smoke. There's no breathable oxygen at all.
It's a gaseous planet, but the gas is over.
Yeah.
Give me a knowledge check to see how well.
Okay. To see how well my knowledge of waking up drug addicts is.
Yeah. So you find it hard to shake a few guys up as they start talking, but entirely out of their mind. And finally, just get one of them, place a cloth over their head, and start pouring a random liquid, waterboarding them a bit.
Nice.
As they spur back to life, like it's like a young 40s looking guy, but he's speaking in a very old man's voice. What is going on here? He looks at you. Are you God?
I'm gold, which is even better. So, I have a question for you, Mister. Are you a priest? And if so, can you do resurrections?
He starts looking around. Yeah, priest. Sure. Sorry, what did you say? He he's chapping his lips a little bit, seemingly looking for something to drink, but it's slowly weirdly colored liquids on the table.
Yeah. So what I need is resurrection. I need somebody who is dead to not be dead anymore. You do that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I could do it probably. Yeah, sure. I mean, why not? Just a question, a really silly question. Did you try turning it off and on again?
That is literally what we're doing right now. We're trying to turn it back on because it's currently dead. I mean, a human being.
Did you try? Did you try some of the simpler methods? True love's kiss, water on the face. How dead are we talking?
That crushed my multiple warships dead.
Is warships the name of a women's tribe or something, or?
It might be, but in this case, no, I'm talking about literal warships made of wood.
Was he working on a shipbuilding factory or something? I don't know how ships are.
He was working on a ship. And then some other ships hit that ship, and then he got kind of crushed a little bit.
I see. I've heard of those cases when ships don't stop in intersections, they like crush into one another.
Yeah, like that.
He like pours a couple of liquids into one bottle, swirls it over. A red smoke rises out of it, and it becomes clear, the liquid itself, as he starts chugging it full on with one breath, drinking probably half a liter in a split second. Half of it running down the sides of his mouth. Oh. So when do you need this done for? We have this whole vampire situation. I mean,
yeah, it kind of even done straight away because King Bob, wants this guy to be alive, and the guy is kind of not really alive at the moment.
He like stops King Bob, and he came to us. He like shakes his head. Just to double check, how long has this person been dead?
Less than an hour. Technically.
Oh. And since this is at the request of Bob, are you sponsored by the army?
I think it's probably safe to say that I could afford to sponsor the army if I felt like it.
He looks you up and down. Sure, you could. Anyway, well, if you don't have a doctor's notice, I don't know, like 70 gold. We can
Sure.
deal with that.
Sure. I'll give you.
Sorry, I meant 170.
Sure. I'll give you 170.
Sorry, I meant. My bad. I meant 1,170.
Okay.
Sorry, my throat is a bit sore. Not all words come out as I intend them
to. Sure.
Wait. Sure. Just follow me outside of this, please.
That is the last thing I want to hear from a person when I say something costs money.
Funny you should mention that. Yeah.
You could just sum up the money, right? You have it in the car.
If you don't want it, it's okay. You can leave. It seems like this guy jacked up the price quickly.
You don't say.
No, I mean with the intention of not trying to rip you off, but trying to go as high where you can't pay and you leave him alone.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do then is, as Connie suggested, I get a little Connie-sounding communist voice in my head, and is there enough space to summon a car inside this tent?
It will squish some table. If you kick some tables a bit off to the side, yeah.
Cool. Okay, I summon my gold-plated car, and then I put my arm around the shoulders of this priest guy, and I just guide him towards the car door and open it, and I say, "Look at all these gold coins," and then I shove him into the car
and like
with
the sand vampire waves.
Yes, I shove him into the car with the sand vampire, and then I would just say, "Grab some coins." And do the resurrection, and you should probably be quick about it, or you might get your blood sucked out because there's a vampire right next to you. Good luck.
He looks at the vampire. Ah. Wanna try some ketamine? As he extends his wrist.
Oh god.
He's like so high that the vampire would get high just from sucking the blood.
Oh god.
No, but he doesn't seem to be too concerned, but rather confused by all the gold, as he just opens up a window and starts throwing gold coins out, shoveling them with his hands. Then realizes he can just actually open the door. and starts rolling them out this way. Meanwhile, the vampire just sits around and he's like, "How are you teleporting me everywhere?"
Sandy, you're a terrible guard dog.
And then I stole the car.
As a guy is grabbing the last gold, just disappears.
Not the last gold. Not the last gold. He's
no. The last golds he could, right?
Yeah, the last gold he could. I guess he probably would have gotten like a couple hundred or so.
Yeah, he got around 500.
I don't. Okay, fine. Whatever,
he was like full arms shoveling, okay. Right?
Sure.
I mean, you gave a crackhead access to all of your money. What did you think was gonna happen?
No, it's fine. I was kind of thinking that the conversation was moving a bit too fast for him to do that, but okay, no, that's fine. 500.
As the car disappears, he looks up and says, "Wait, do you want me to resurrect that guy? He's not technically dead in the same sense I thought."
No, not that guy. There's another guy that you need to resurrect. However, he is inside a ship, so we are gonna probably need to leave the camp to get his body. Or we could just crush a bunch of tents, and then you could explain to the soldiers that you didn't want to go for a walk.
I'm sorry. The dock is 2 hours away. What are you talking about?
No, we don't need to go to a dock. We just need to leave the what do you call it, camp. Just like that car. I can make the ship appear and disappear whenever I want.
What car?
The fucking car you took 500 gold out of.
That was a car?
Yes. It was a gold-plated car.
It's
very, very fancy.
I just never seen the concept.
Oh, okay,
Damn,
cool.
You must be Frixvinian with all these fancy technologies you have.
Sure, let's go with that.
Anyway, if I need to finish up then the altar prepare, we need the altar to try to call up upon the fucking god or whatever, and then we can ask him to do a ritual. If he pleases, he will resurrect whoever we need to. So, if you can bring the body within however much time he has left.
Sure, okay, fine. Also, if it helps, you can tell your god that, I watched 6ix9ine stream and Isai is, I don't know, adorable or something. Don't worry, you don't have to understand, you'll get a reference.
Sure, I will absolutely tell him whatever you just said.
Cool. And with that, I suppose I will just walk out and I will try and find a space that is big enough to summon a warlock.
Yeah, you'll have to do it outside the camp. And it's gonna scare a lot of people. Meanwhile, we switch back to the other duo.
The Chewbacca and CTA.
Yes. We have Knuckles, a metallic beast, and I don't know, CTA, if you're wearing your good dress today.
I'm not currently wearing my ugly clothes, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
There's also a spiky gauntlet.
Yeah. As you're making your way, being guided by the channel, he allows you to enter one of the larger tents. Like, guards first look up, preparing their spears, but once they recognize the general, they step aside immediately, no questions asked. As he raises up one of the tents, entrance leaves. I don't know how to call the thing that drape, probably. Tent flop, yeah. He raises basically to allow you to enter, and through the gap you can see that there is a large oval table, 16 seats, about 7 people currently next to it. There's lots of papers distributed about, some stacks of swords behind them. next to the 7 people sitting, there's about 3 people standing next to them writing down. And also in the corner of the tent smoking, you notice the telepath woman you met on King Bob's ships. If you recall her.
Okay. I look into the tent, then at Connie. No one here I want to talk to. You recognize somebody? Do you want to talk to somebody here?
Nondescript growl as he looks around. Are there any weapons there in the armor, or is this an armor, or is this?
No, this is general stand.
This is general stand, but what CT asked for is somebody who could, with like, who distributes stuff, who is part of the operation. So you would be able to just see like there's paper trails, trackings of distributions here, and based on people writing down and sort of hearing the discussion going on about horses, you hear a discussion going on about horse distribution. You kind of understand that all of decisions go through here.
Okay. Well, if the decisions go through here, I still want a layer below. So I exit the tent and go to the next dwarf soldier.
Yeah, you see a couple of dwarves standing not far away, and they're like soldiers, but they also set up a little forge, and they're working on something metallic. You can see they're burning some metal, laying out some kind of a molds for the liquidated iron to go in, form something, but you're not exactly sure what without proper investigation.
Hey, brave warriors, great men, nice beards. You know where I can find the guy who distributes the good stuff?
They look at you a bit confused and start ignoring your they ignore your question and start looking at you with like trying to understand what are you and how do you work. As there's 6 of them total, 2 of them next to the forge, you hearing them start discussing an automaton with a speaking function. Preposterous. Must be the Franxwinian branch to once again they go overboard with their shit.
How do they react to the hairy automaton?
They don't even realize you're an automaton at first. Until you growl and then they're like, have a grass back, and once again the 2 next to the forge go, God damn, you just need them to bake a meal and suck it again. What do they create? Holy shit here. They're like angrily ranting about some Franxwinian branch or whatever. Yeah.
Hey, you good, brave soldiers with the good beards. I asked a question.
One of them looks you in the eyes, and you see his left eye is made out of glass, a fake eye. Well, obvious probably because it's made out of glass. My lexicon today. He looks you in the eyes and kind of spits between your feet without losing eye contact.
He rolled for to attack the ground, right? That was a roll, right?
No.
God damn
it. You're speaking to me?
I make a very nasty spitting, like this spitting sound, but nothing comes out because I am a robot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spit some robots on the ground.
Yeah, you could spit some robots. That then crawl back up your leg.
I be do talking to you, man.
I thought you were just made to look like a woman and speak like a woman, giving these compliments and all. Who do you think we are, kids?
They think we're some girlies running around looking for a compliment. If you speak to me, you look me into my eyes and tell me what your soul needs. Or, God forbid, I will take and tear it out of you if you have one.
Well, obviously, you look like people who've never heard a compliment in their lives, and I assumed if I compliment you, you will suck my dick, bitch.
He looks back. I like this one. Not only a complimenting feature, but it also can talk back. Imagine that. Must be Erdrick's work. Are you one of Erdrick's?
Can I roll knowledge, or is it just like a guy from this planet?
Yeah, it seems like to be a name of some kind of an artificing person, probably. They're still assuming you're an automaton, and they're assuming that your creator must be Erdrick.
Yeah, I know that bitch. Nah. I'm not a creation of his. No. He tried, but his are still censored and can't use cuss words.
You are confused now by how well structured your sentences are, as the one in front of you goes,
so, whose make are you?
He starts trying to lift your arm to look under your armpit for a sigil or something.
I pull out an identification card. It's a work visa from that elf that wrote that train. Here, this elf produced me. I knew.
They all spit.
An elf making you?
He looks at Connie.
Oh God.
Connie growls back.
Sick creatures, those elves. You don't understand a fine thing. God. Worse than orcs, I say. Or the orcs at least understand the part of nature has to play in all of our creations. Not like this. Not whatever you are. God. What do you need?
For a time, who here can hand out the good stuff? You know, like the middle manager, somebody who, for a couple bucks will smuggle in the good alcohol or some extra stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Sir?
Sorry, he wouldn't see, sir. He would look at you and say,
Listen, bub. This ain't a fucking flea market. If you want to buy things, get your ass back into town, wait until morning until Miss Susie will come down with a plate of her best sausages, and you can stuff them full if you want.
I turn around and walk away.
Yeah, you better walk.
That's why the elves make better stuff.
Connie tries to shrug, but he'll be giving too much information, so he just growls indescriptibly and walks after.
No. You just do a shake like you're a dog trying to get to, when he's wet, trying to drop the water off, full body shake.
Yep.
It doesn't communicate anything clearly, but it's like a thing. Right, so,
he does the shake, but we don't know. Does he want to get wet or not wet?
Yeah. However, as you pass CTA, you notice a few elves smoking pipes, looking at the angry dwarves as they smile at you. As you pass by, one of the female elves actually does speak out to you. Oh, what a prized possession you must be.
Oh, yes. You have a good eye. Madam.
Actually. She extends her hand for you to kiss.
Of course I do that. After the thingy where I lean forwards and pretend to be cultural.
Yeah. You, as a gambler, absolutely know how to do it. You've been in these circles.
Yeah, I shook a couple babies, kissed a couple hands.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be president. Yeah. As she kind of giggles at her hand being squished against your nanobots, saying, "Oh, it's a cold. My name is Ross, Lady Ross of House Ajin."
Are you by chance related to Aiden Ross or Bob Ross?
Ross is my name. I just told you my house.
Oh, continue.
The language model is confused.
The language model is hard. It's hard to differentiate between house and family names. My bad. I mean, grand apologies, my lady.
It's okay. I understand it was before, and although your involvement in this camp is a bit confusing, are you one of the Frankswinian boys sent over? I heard Bob made a call, but didn't expect the Frankswinians to actually answer him.
Would answering positively to that question help me in my endeavor?
Answering the question does not interlude anyhow with my interactions with you. I'm just wondering where you're from and what are you doing here?
In that case, I press A to skip small talk.
That's fine. I would still need to know what do you tell her that you're from.
that was all in character. I just don't.
Oh. She looks at a couple of her elephants. I know about the G button, but not the A button. What is he talking about? As they kind of shrug. She looks back. I'm sorry, I did not catch your name.
I'm CTA and this is Connie.
Nice to meet you, Connie. She extends her hand towards you.
Connie growls indeterminately.
Butcher's also there, right?
Butcher doesn't give a fuck about pleasantries.
I mean, yeah, for you, Connie, these are these look like the bourgeoisie, the richer, fancy folk. As she kind of confused because it's still a neutral growl, so it's not even aggressive. She confusedly retracts her hand.
This one hasn't updated yet.
So, Mr. CTA, if you're not, do you belong to a house, or are you perhaps a mercenary of some sorts?
Of course, my lady, I would never be homeless.
Well, you will definitely live on in my memories.
Oh, and you and mine, until my memory gets wiped. Next update.
You speak of interesting things, I would love to know more. If you're not busy, would you join me for a few drinks, maybe?
Well...
Butcher goes, CTA, stop fucking flirting, we gotta kill 6ix9ine.
True, Butcher. Sorry, my lady, but funny that you might ask. I'm currently busy and on a mission. So maybe you heard. I'm trying to find a middle manager that's influenceable by monetary gain to provide material support.
She takes a long draw from her pipe. And looks around.
Oh, I definitely would. My brother, Zen of House Agent, would never succumb to monetary promises in exchange for material goods. And if you wish, I can lead you to him just to show how honorable of a man he is.
Oh, that sounds like an honorable man I would wish to meet and learn from in his unbending ways.
Come on, let's go. I will show you how a moral righteousness looks. As she kind of gives a glance towards some soldiers who had stopped to listen in, as you obviously attract attention. As suddenly, beyond the camp, a giant warship appears, and everyone screams.
Hey! Nice. Don't pay attention. Continue on. I need to meet this right.
Arrows are flying to the warship now.
They're just fucking arrows. It doesn't matter.
Come on, Connie's almost done. We need to move up.
the ship is on our side. Chillax.
Yeah, you start like shouting that to the crowd because like the whole crowd is going crazy. Like people are grabbing torches, weapons, everything. The dwarves are chill.
In situations like these, I wish I was 6'9" again, just pulling out a speaker, shouting, having high charisma.
I mean, if she's like wasting too much time, we're just gonna grab her.
The ship disappears.
We need. Wait, she disappears? No, not with my motion detection.
No, the ship.
Because the body has been adrift.
Oh. Yeah.
See, that was just a temporary deployment of a possible.
Everyone starts like. You hear everyone starting applauding, cheers as everyone, like people start shouting, "Victory! Victory against the thieves!" As the whole camp goes into this celebration mode.
Bro, they have a projection of 6'9" in their city, and they still believe whatever.
Well, they take the wins when they can get them. Okay.
CTA. Give me an insight. Actually, Butcher as well can give me an insight. Connie's stats, if you don't know how the stats look, but... Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you look kind of around at this, and you kind of realize, wait, arrows flying without orders? People just grabbing torches and swords, the dwarves not giving a fuck? This is the worst military preparation you've ever seen. And like, these guys are chaotic, unordered, they don't seem to understand the basis of chain of command, anything.
That's why we got let into that tent so easily.
There's a couple of people who definitely seen battle, but you can tell that they're like on the older side. Late 30s, early 40s. Like anybody who's between up to 30, not a scar on their face. They don't seem to have been in a real battle ever. At least as far as you can gather.
Age of Heroes, that's what you get. That's a Rome fell. Elf lady, how fast can your slender feet continue in the direction we were wishing to go? Come on.
She looks at Connie. I expected your steed to carry us.
Oh. I look over to Connie. Chop chop.
You get a nondescript growl. And she's not moving.
Oh no, you're moving because you cannot communicate, but you're like spinning in circles.
Well, no, I think she is allowed to be inactive.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, go, fair lady.
I'm just taking to the extreme, you know. And like the best way to not communicate that you disagree is to do something, but not what she asks you to. But yeah, no, you're fine to be inactive.
Fair lady, this steed, as you call it, is malfunctioning, as you can see, and also the hair would get on all your clothes. It's annoying.
Huh.
I can carry you though.
You to get. She like stops middle sentence. It seemed like she was gonna poke something fun at you, but the middle of the sentence she stops. Sure.
Point out the direction and approximate meters to.
Yeah. Just take me up. Pick me up, and I'll point you where you need to go.
That's not how it works. You will see soon. As I use propeller and take Connie and her in the general direction we were moving, but like air.
Yeah, she like screams as you move her fast. Her whole hair goes up, entirely ruining her hairstyle she had. As you like fly off, stop, and she starts panicking. What the fuck was that?
Guys, look, 6ix9ine is attacking.
I am Lady of House Jin. What do you think you're doing to me? This is not how a lady travels, Mr. CDA.
Wait, a lady of your stature doesn't fly?
Cares about shit.
Come on. Next time I will make a pure charisma character that can't fight for shit and will just be a nuisance.
Wasn't that Styx?
Yes, but his legend, he was too successful at being a nuisance. He got stolen by a dragon being a shitbag for him.
No, Junior could shoot people 8 kilometers away.
So can. She like takes interest in what you're saying, and she's trying to fix her hair. Do ladies fly from where you're from? Sorry, you didn't even tell me where you're from, actually.
Yes. Point out the direction.
I still would love to know what house you belong to. And where you're from, Mr. C.
Well, I call it home. Point out the direction.
The mysterious stranger.
You know, I'm starting to have doubts if such a man who would not know his own house would have the funds needed to even start attempting to make my brother go against his morals.
Firstly, I'm not a man. I'm a creation of a prestigious house. But I'm a prototype. So if I get captured, obviously I wouldn't say what house I'm from.
Right, but do you have the money?
I take out... I let her take a glimpse at a couple thousand gold coins.
A couple thousand.
Wait, no! Shit! I only have 660 on me right now. Fuck.
I mean, maybe like that's still more than...
Need to meet up with a giant chip we saw earlier later.
I mean, I don't actually have my money stored on the ship. I have the money stored in my car.
Yeah, but she wouldn't know that.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't know that.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. She, seeing the goal, smiles, and this time actually starts walking, leading you.
She can't. She's in the air.
Oh, you're still flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're. Oh, I mean, if you're kind of hovering, it's a romantic tension scene.
I can't hover for too long because I don't have a lot of HP, but to impress a lady, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so she shows you the direction and you zoom over towards what seems to be one of a smaller. It's like similar to what Elodie mentioned, like a tent out with multiple rooms of it. This seems to be something akin to it with multiple exits and entrances, and this is one. She leads you to one of the entrances, where two guards do cross their spears at the entrance to the tent, as if to signify that you cannot go in. Also, I guess. Oh no, you said you picked up Connie, so that's fine. As the lady looks at them and says, "I am Lady of the House H, and I was to speak to my brother." And one of the guards responds, "Lord Zen has requested to not be interrupted at this time."
I want a motion detection if they're banging in the tent.
Oh, spot on, they absolutely are. There's about 3 women with him inside there. And he's using one of the spears in a weird way, but even your sound, since there's a tent, your sound gets lost a little bit. Like, it's a bit confusing. You almost like have noise, but yeah, they're absolutely banging there.
I describe it to the lady in detail.
She sighs. You'll have to excuse my brother. He gets tensed up when he has to work.
Man,
fucking else.
I'm assuming a creature like you doesn't have these sorts of external needs, do you? And she says as she glides her nail through your cheek.
You're indeed correct. I don't have these problems.
Well, you can either barge in through these soldiers, or you can wait for him to commence.
Oh, that was an option? Move, peasants! Yeah, I drop her off safely a couple feet away and then go smack the guards away.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
What the fuck?
I mean, Butcher can help technically. If they're slowing CTA down, he's gonna help. If that's
yeah, so can Connie.
Connie can as well. That's true. So yeah, Butcher's gonna take one of them, and Connie's gonna take the other. But they somehow both fail, so it's fine.
Yeah, actually, you think you will need to help, but one of them is pushed off. The other stands his ground a bit, sees the other one just being smacked around, sees Butcher and Connie approaching, and falls over, oh no, and falls to the ground.
Okay, Butcher's gonna drop down next to him and just start shouting at him. What fucking state of a soldier are you?
He lays on his side on the grass, a hand on his head, just completely on the ground, I hadn't had a free day off today, and it was my girlfriend's birthday party.
Shut the fuck up! If you didn't need fucking meat shields, I would have killed you right now.
I don't know. So, as I was saying,
I was supposed to be at a birthday today, and like now this has going on as you CT are able to enter the tent.
Oh yeah, if CT is going inside, then there is nobody listening, because Connie or Butcher are both ignoring him.
He just like goes on about his date to complain as Connie and Butcher leave. So yeah, as you walk in, you see an elf man, a dwarvish woman, an orcish woman, and a goblin man. You're pretty sure.
Nice.
Enjoying some naked time with lots of oils being spilled over onto the ground of the tent.
Okay, but
there are papers shattered around that were at some point on the table, but based on the scratch marks on the table, there was some movement involved to get them off.
Okay. I like that we now established as canon that this universe has Goblin Slayer goblins, so there are no female goblins. I like it.
Wait, that's
not quite sure that's what is
happening. That's just plain wrong, but okay.
it's all elves, or is there human?
No. It was a
single dwarf and a goblin.
Yeah, it's only one elf, and then this elf is just.
Because you assume because it's not a female. Okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, no, CTA would have seen female goblins as well as male. Definitely. Richer gambling circles. As exotic vaders, you've definitely seen female goblins.
Oh, okay.
You can just see a fucking some fucking rich patron like flirting with a female goblin. Oh no. I like how crooked your nose is.
The first thing that female goblins do is get a boob job. So, yeah, you've definitely been in those circles. This is definitely just a male goblin on all fours, ready to take it in whenever the Lord in this tent pleases.
Nice.
As currently doing the dwarvish one, he looks at you. Aye. What the fuck, bro? I asked him to not let anybody in. Wait. He looks at you. Are you joining in?
Maybe later. I have business talks.
He continues pounding while maintaining eye contact with you. What business talks could be done right now, do you think?
So, do you have access
Look, you have until I finish. So about 3 hours. Go get a smoke if you want. This bitch ain't getting nowhere.
No, of course, it's not a bitch. It's a bastard, or whatever the equivalent would be. Whatever. So, I need a lot of potions. Preferably all the potions that would be wasted on these hooligans here. Can you take it and give it to me?
What are you talking about?
Potion stockpile of this army. I want it.
Right. Sure you do.
So, how much? How many goblins do you want for it?
He looks at you. You don't understand the situation. I'm getting paid to do this. As the goblin looks up at you. It's a great honor. He's of House Egypt. I will carry his seed back to my wife.
Goblin biology is weird, I guess.
Poor goblin, you know how low the fertility of elves is.
But that's why I need to keep it warm.
Well, I like a man of commitment.
And sheer fucking will.
Yeah, especially fucking will.
Yeah, so he's just like seemingly this Lord Zen supposedly. He's just not taking your request seriously at the moment.
Alright, Butcher thinks this is taking way too fucking long and it's of the negotiations. He's gonna take the 1000 gold from Connie. She's gonna let him take it, and he's gonna just burst in and be like, I want our fucking shit and I'm willing to pay a whole fuck ton for it. Everything that can help me kill that 6'9" son of a bitch.
He looks at you. I have never had a 6'9" with my hand.
You disgust me. This motherfucking soldier does the day before battle. You should be fucking preparing for murder.
Soldier. Don't make me laugh, hand. Who do you think this is? What do you think this is? There hasn't
you
been
know
a
what?
serious...
You remind me of 6'9", the bad side. And I don't really like that. So take our fucking money, give us our shit, and stop fucking yammering, okay?
He stops moving himself, and the dwarvish movement starts moving instead, as he focuses finally on you, on your group, kind of taking it in, seeing the money. Are you serious? You're trying to... Oh my god. Are you scouts from the other army? You don't look like vampires or anything. Are you seriously thinking of dwindling our supply? Are you kidding us?
Hey, are you kidding us? Your entire fucking army is a bunch of fucking peasants and incompetents with swords. If you waste your potions on them, this fucking city is getting slaughtered. I want to kill 6'9". I don't want him to fucking win. So give us our shit so we can go kill him.
Wait, who are you trying to kill?
The fucking guy who's sieging your city, you fucking imbecile. The one that fucking broadcasts his fucking face on the tower?
He said his name is Bob.
Oh, he's lying, but that's fine. Just I want to kill that Bob.
Huh. So you're not working with him, you want? He kind of laughs. Oh my god, wait, are you new recruits for the Hero Legion? Oh my god. He starts full-heartedly laughing. They're using robots as heroes now. Really?
Alright. Which is gonna fucking grapple him.
He's oily. Roll strength with disadvantage.
Yeah, be careful. He will get excited.
No. Wait, that's tough. That's not strength.
You're playing into his cards. No.
Ha.
That most likely will do. Yeah. As you manage to grab his hands and tie them almost with one grip towards his neck, while the dwarvish woman keeps moving, you start choking him.
I also, he drops the gold on the floor because he can't carry it when he's choking people. We are the people who are gonna kill that fucker, and you're gonna give us the shit we need to do that.
I can give you what... Look. There's a few crates that haven't still been carried towards the medical center. But if you're from the Hero Legion, you have your own stock.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. By the way, does that not hurt on your dick? Whatever. So.
I think that one got lost.
It flew in. It's just.
And you got squished.
Why are your balls humming? Whatever. So, we are getting closer. And not that way. Stop looking at me like that. How do we get the supply out of the medical center?
I have 2 crates. 3 have been delivered to the medical center. Each of them contain 5-week health potions.
Connie, is this fucker... What does the fucker say? 5-week potions?
Wait, how many crates did you say there were?
2 crates.
There's 5 crates. There's 2 crates here, 3 at the medical center. As he was saying, there's the 2 crates are also supposed to be delivered at some point there.
How much did healing potions heal again?
A weak potion is 1d4 plus
1d6.
whatever.
1d6 plus 2.
Oh, 1d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
That's not worth it, even with the double harness. So yeah.
What kind of army is this? How many people are we assuming are here at least?
As you start talking, he looks like at you and says, "That's what I'm saying. You're a bunch of idiots. That's not. I can take your money. I will take your money. Actually, I loved it. Leave it there. But what do you expect us to have? Have you seen the state of the things? You're marching in here talking about defeating that and defeating this. The king itself is desperate. He's waiting for like a large army from Franksvinia and from somewhere else. He said he has like friends coming with a different vampire army to help us. He's delusional. He thinks help is coming and he doesn't understand that his measly 8, now 7 heroes are not enough. And if he has
weak. We're just wasting our time here, CT. Let's get the fuck out of here.
The gold.
No. Fuck off. You're completely useless. I'm keeping that.
No, you will leave the gold for the information. Or I shall send word of 2.5 creatures stumbling around causing mayhem. Potentially Pomakian spies.
Butcher's just gonna leave.
CJ will not leave. CJ will walk over to him.
Oh, but he will take the gold on the way out. He's not gonna just leave.
Yeah, and Knuckles will help you scoop the money up. Here! Drink this potion!
He looks at you.
Why would I?
Because I said so. Drink it. Or I'll make you drink it. It just costs 1 extra more.
Are you trying to intimidate me? Me, Lord Zenom, House Agent. Do you know who the fuck I am?
Yes, whatever from house, whatever. You just said it.
You don't realize in what the shit I can bring you in, right?
I realized that I pointed at the goblin.
Oh, it goes much deeper.
I pointed at the orc.
Close. Look. You can't threaten me. I've been to actual wars. I've been there before this whole shtick of the heroes landed, right? I don't need you to come in acting like you're a fancy automaton and threaten me with a good time. I shall drink my own potions, thank you.
Oh, you have potions.
Well, of course I do.
Where?
I distribute them.
he like
as I walk closer to him.
In a different plane of existence where I can only access through magical means.
Okay. He went too far. He started talking about fucking magic? Okay. Not with me. Not with me. No. The disrespect before was okay, but now, bro. Is Knuckles still busy, or can I take Knuckles?
Knuckles is trying to grab one coin that got really oiled up on the ground and is impossible to grab.
Knuckles, stop playing around with the baby oil.
Okay,
Come
so I will
here.
subtract 1 gold from the 1,000.
Knuckles, hold him still.
If he looks at the drone, if you touch me, I scream, and this entire camp assumes you're the enemies. Do you really want to cause this? I beg you to reconsider your choices.
I mean, to be fair, screaming while in a tent where people know you're fucking something, that probably isn't gonna draw that much attention.
What was my limitation to glue spitter? I can't spit glue onto somebody's face and make him stop breathe, but can I glue his mouth shut at least?
Allowed. For an NPC of this caliber, that's allowed.
So yeah, glue spitter.
I mean, you can do that with a grapple as well, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. At similar time as you glue his mouth, you see him go into a bit of a panic. His sister walks in, and then you see a relief on his face as the dwarf one stops moving.
Relief because the dwarf.
The sister says, "What the fuck is going on?"
His sister walks in and I'm doing that.
I mean, CT, wait, you can smell, right?
I can what?
You can smell. You have the sense of smell.
Yeah.
It's only me that randomly removes all
He
the
finished.
Oh no. No.
God damn it. Okay. Well, he finished. I answer his sister.
The dwarvish woman crawls away. No, she has this disgusted look on her face as she closes her eyes, trying to collect herself. I meant everything else. I saw the hand walk out very angry. You can still hear him making motor noises.
Well, the first part of the negotiations didn't go well, and now we're in the second part. He asked me to make, his kinks. He wanted to be dominated this time. You know what it is. You know how your brother is. Can you wait outside for a second? We'll be done with the second round soon.
Oh God! She immediately starts walking out, slips on the oil, falls face first into liquids that were definitely not oil, and disgustedly gets angry and just storms off. And Butcher's Connie, as you're outside, you can see her storm off with weird liquids on her face and her hair, as she just screams in anger as she asks guards to check in.
Butcher just screams at her, "Your house is a fucking disgrace!"
You do, however, notice that guards do pay more attention, mostly to the fact that she just walked out screaming. You're there standing with Connie, who looks very attracting. There's one guard pushed on the ground, trying to get up, and the other one just laying on the ground, picking up flowers, it seems.
He's just gonna go back to screaming at the guards outside.
Meanwhile, inside the tent.
Well, firstly, I just wanted to feed him a death resist potion and kill him a couple times, but
now you have his mouth shut.
now I have his mouth shut, and I know that he has probably more potions. Hopefully, his incestuous tree has more capabilities than this army to provide us with useful stuff. So I look around for big bags. They carried the helpless women into this tent, hopefully.
You see robes that were dropped at some point, probably. You see some barrels that were mostly like oil.
Oh my god, is this Diddy's supply of baby oil?
Diddy's tent. Okay.
You do notice some simple weaponry as well in a couple of crates, but there's nothing too bombastic. However, as a reminder, this is only a single room in a tent that seemed to be made out of like a larger structure.
Oh, okay.
Behind him, basically, from the opposite side from where you entered, you can see like an entrance towards the rest of the tent. Don't even know how to call it the inside structure, but yeah.
Okay, I walk over to him. Don't pay attention to his sex slaves. I tie him up properly. The glue in his mouth is only strength 5, so he'll probably be able to pry his mouth open at some point. So I gag him properly. Huh?
Yeah, he's not fighting. He's a bit scared now that he can't scream.
Okay, good. So yeah, he's fully tied up. And I pull out an empty flask out of my pocket that once contained some sort of healing potion. I give Knuckles to sniff and lick it a little bit. Go, boy! Fetch me potions if you find any. So I send him to the back rooms while I stuff the elf into a barrel. With baby oil, it should be easier to stuff him in, right?
Yeah, no, it's the question is, do you stuff him face down into the oil or face up so he can breathe?
No. I take one of the almost empty ones, and face up.
Okay, yeah. There's definitely just almost an empty one. So yeah, you stuff him in with a shut mouth and the ropes tied up. You can see as you stuff him in, he gets raging hard on.
I mean, how raging can it be? He's an elf. It's probably like 2.5 centimeters.
You can tell he has had surgeries.
He had multiple enlargement potions.
Yeah, definitely. Soaked in something, soaked in an enlargement potion.
Oh no.
Oh, if he gets a hold of the potion I drank, he will be in.
Yeah. So you completely are able to seal him in with only the 2 women and the goblin left in there, who have been completely silent.
Is the goblin the only one that wants the sperm? Or any of you as well?
The women kind of look at each other and shrug a bit, saying, "We're just here for the good time."
Oh, you like it?
Why else would we be here?
True. Dumb question. Yeah, I'll Goblin, come with us. You will be able to jerk him off a couple times. And you ladies just wait. I will bring him back for more good times. If he's cooperating.
The goblin grabs one of the fur coats that's, based on the size, definitely was the orc's. Wraps himself completely in it and follows you out.
Yeah, I don't exit the main entrance. It's a fucking tent. I go to the back and then slice a wall open or
yeah, no, as I said, there is a back tent, like back entrance to the restaurant, so you don't need to slice. As you enter there's like a short corridor, then another entrance, and you enter into this like circle large area full of crates and guards.
Ooh.
You can see similar people that you saw in the general stand who were writing stuff down are now talking to the guards and like looking at their notes, noting stuff down.
The barrel I'm carrying is closed now. I stuffed them in the barrel, closed it, but of course I left a couple of breathing holes.
Yeah.
Hopefully not very noticeable ones.
No.
I carry the barrel over to them on my shoulder.
Yep. The few guards notice you like take a step back, get their weapons ready, and then notice that you're not really aggressive. And then they notice the goblin and go like, "Oh, hey Fred, what's your friend doing? Is this your friend?" And the goblin goes, Yes. Don't mind him. He's just doing some
errand. Errand. I'm doing an errand. I need to exchange this barrel for new. Where are the liquid?
Lord Senna has requested that the order of 1236 didn't go to the encampment of the front lines, but rather be given to this man, our Lord. Excuse me, I should not speak for the Lord. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Yes, exactly. So, where are they?
The guards look a bit confused and like, but they trust Fred. So
who would trust such a family man?
Yeah, they like show you the crate, and then one of them goes, "So Fred, how's your oldest daughter?" And still in school. Oh, how's she doing? You know, I never understood those teachers. They come in and they go out, and yeah, every day she just keeps enjoying it. In and out, in and out. Anyway, you're busy, man. Not to keep you waiting, I must help our Lord. He's new around these parts. As he like starts following you. Once again, as well, you know which crate to exchange for the barrel.
There are two crates, right?
There is a single crate that they said is the order that the friend mentioned.
Okay. Yeah, instead of exchanging, I just take that barrel as well and walk out.
Okay, yeah, as an ERT, you would be able to carry it. As the guards raise their hands, because Fred definitely mentioned exchange.
Yeah, I forgot this one is empty. I'm throwing it out. Don't mind me.
We can use it for shields. They say as you leave.
You could. Bye bye.
Yeah, so you walk out with one barrel, one crate, and you notice like there's surrounding guards who are very keenly looking at you, especially as you walk out with carrying a barrel and a crate. And then they notice Fred, and then they go back to their business.
Fred is such a joker. By the way, Knuckles gets the mental command to not come back until he finds me at least 2 potions.
Knuckles is right now playing poker with one of the wards from the medical center in exchange of information to access.
Who is playing poker? Knuckles? So quickly. Okay.
He's not good at it. He's currently learning the rules. You're not sure what he's waging.
Well, at some point, one oily gold coin, hopefully.
He's like, I have one gold coin and I need information.
No, I have a map to an oily gold coin. I couldn't pick it up, but I know where it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I go back to Butcher and Elodie. Elodie to complain about this guy being a magic user, and Bob to hopefully torture him.
Oh, yeah, so you're picking up Connie, Butcher, and going back to the group.
Yeah, unless Connie manages to convince me not descriptively that she wants to do something else.
I mean, does Connie smell something weird in the barrel?
There's a lot of weird scents, but there's also a goblin now with you who's wearing an oiled up fur coat that's too big for him, and there might be some sense coming from him.
All right, CTA. Just as long as you're done fucking around, we can get back to Connie. Butcher says,
"Hey, I wasn't the one fucking around, okay?"
Like you hear knocking from inside the barrel.
Oh god.
Keep it down, you will get your hand job soon.
Wait,
Another
you have a
knock.
barrel as well? Wasn't it a crate a minute ago?
The person is in a barrel,
yeah,
and there's also a crate that he picked up from the storage.
Oh yeah, I don't need that crate, by the way. I'll empty the crate. So
Just
into my
in
bag
the middle of
holding.
the street.
Well, yes.
I was very
I'm not opening it and like dropping it on the floor. I just open the crate and take the stuff out.
Oh, who's in the barrel? The elf guy or something?
Yeah.
It's elf guy. Okay. He got some.
So you're
I just want to
specify.
Yeah, I just want to specificity. You would know definitely that opening up this crate would draw immediate attention. You don't see anybody else who's not working at like some kind of station. Even then, it's mostly materials. You don't know what's in this crate. You would definitely know that it would bring people's attention, especially because you're so unusual.
Guys, look! I have a crate full of shit. Do you want to smell it?
Fred would say,
Sarah, you still haven't told me your name for some reason. I believe it would be best if, just in case, there is an important artifact in there, he gives you a very strong wink. We should do this behind doors where nobody will see where the artifact went to.
Why would there be an artifact? Those are just weak-ass potions in there.
Potentially there would be additionally potions. I mean, I would only assume I was face down most of the time when they were dictating the orders.
Oh, so your ears were clogged with sperm. I understand.
No, sadly, none of my Lord Zen has not spared me any of his fruit today.
Damn. Okay, well, I will help you with that. Okay. You were very helpful so far. I will trust your word. But this is way too slow. Hold on to my leg. Connie, get over here. We are flying.
Alright, Connie's gonna get herself flown again.
And you zoom over to very last left Elodie and Bob.
No. I will fly over the general direction where the ship appeared. Just hoping that not too much time has passed.
That's fine. Yeah. It will be over at the same place, so interaction will be better.
Okay.
Elodie.
Yes.
In the meantime, you manage to get out, summon a warship, cause a panic, take the cauldron body out and make the ship disappear, would there be anything additional you would have done?
Well, I would have started heading back towards the tent.
Yeah, I mean, for summoning the ship or such. Just making sure I interpreted the actions that would
just
have
as quick as possible, so that I'm not leaving the bodies out. Too long.
That's why I assume so, because that's why the warship only stayed there for a few minutes, for a few moments, like the arrows didn't even pierce it.
Nice.
Yeah, so you head back to the celebrating camp. As there's people running around carrying mugs of beer to each other. One tries to pass one to you, although you just entered from the warship. He's like, "You must have killed it," and just like gives you some beer.
Yep, I definitely played my part.
And then I will take the mug of beer from him, I guess.
Yeah.
And just walk
as you're carrying the cauldron.
Yeah, I have a corpse slung over one shoulder and a mug of beer in the other hand.
Perfection.
Yeah, you managed to carry. It's not too difficult for you as a transmitting. You carry back the body to the tent of Natus, and you see the guy, the priest, potentially has finished up setting a few columns, like a proper altar table with a tablecloth. Has moved some of the unconscious bodies to the side. One of the guys seems to be waking up, very dazed in the corner as he looks up at you, says "whoa," and continues looking in front of himself into his hands, just staring into the abyss between his fingers. As the one you woke up, preparing the altar, kind of looks at you. "Oh shit, you came back, damn it. Come on, scoot him over here," as he kind of gestures at the altar table. That's too small. It's like a small one-person eating table. So both the arms and the legs will hang over, but that's where he's gesturing towards.
Yep, so I will just dump the body down on top of the table.
As you dump the body that's mostly being held up by the spine as it got squished into two parts. He looks sore and says, "Damn. Was he drunk sailing?"
I don't know.
But,
no idea.
So did you arrive in the intersection too late?
You could say that, yeah. The whole incident was already over by the time I got there.
Are you a water paramedic? I heard those fancy folks and some Franksvinian cities have, what they call it, ambulances. Stuff, fancy stuff that arrives when you need it, but I didn't know that Boweland had some for water. I mean, it makes sense, it was so great, but yeah.
Yeah. Sure. But anyway, more relevantly, can you resurrect already?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Feel free to come back in 3 hours.
No, it takes, it doesn't take 3 hours, because if it takes 3 hours, no one could be resurrected.
Oh, no, we have a thing. Don't worry, it's he starts preparing some dust, and you can see he has multiple potions and powders. I mean, as priests, we are called to war for a reason, it's we have a way to freeze a body before so it doesn't decompose. It's almost like it's frozen in time. He stops himself. It's complicated stuff, but yeah, basically.
the hour doesn't proceed for them anymore, so we are able to do the ritual in a more aligned way, so to say.
I see. Well, okay, sure. But just so you know, I am going to be telling King Bob's
He takes a bong as you're speaking, doing a huge riff.
Yep, I'm definitely going to be telling King Bob's personal advisor that I left this guy here under your care, so you know.
That's fine, you didn't even ask my name. He continues his preparations.
I see. What is your name, anyway?
Sorry, what did you ask?
I asked him what his name is.
He looks at the dazed up guy that's sitting up next to the well. Oh, my name's Dab. Definitely, Dab.
Sure, okay. Well, yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna, like, leave, I think. And I kind of, this shit has cost me 500 gold already. So...
You definitely noticed that gold is gone. It's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, no, I gathered. So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave, and I'm going to sort of look around for the others, or if I don't see them, I'll just head.
You notice CTA flying overhead exactly as you leave out.
Okay, cool.
And then you realize you all kind of left Bob laying at the point where you everyone distributed him. Sorry?
Does he still have a soul, even though he's undead again? He does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, we just left him splattered in the ground somewhere. One of his eyeballs has probably fallen out or something.
Yeah, there's like children playing.
The boy is just from the journey. He's just kicking it happen.
Yeah, but you're able to freely call up CTA.
Cool.
Who's
yeah.
Now
well,
you notice carrying a goblin.
Yeah, okay. I mean, and is he also carrying a crate and a barrel, or has he dropped those?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Hands are very full. So yeah, I guess I would just sort of like jump up in the air and wave to him so that he knows where I am, and then I would explain what was going on and that guy charged me 500 gold for a resurrection. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not even sure he's gonna do it.
How long will it take, did you say?
Apparently it's gonna take 3 hours, which seems a bit of a stretch to me, but if he doesn't do it, then it means that we can't actually resurrect the guy normally because the time limit will have passed. So...
Oh,
yeah.
But 3 hours is just the perfect amount of time I need your help with. So...
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, good. Wait, Bob is not here.
Bob is here, but he can't speak. I would say you're able to, like, Bob wouldn't be too far. Exactly as you land, there's like a corpse crawling through the ground towards you that's barely back to connecting its bones.
Hey, children, stop poking it with a stick. We need it.
Children run away.
Such an unorganized war camp. Okay. I need your help with this barrel right here. And this goblin will be of assistance. So, he will jerk the elf in the barrel. You probably heard of Elf on the Shelf, but this is the degen in the B-realm. Whatever. So, he's
the elf and the jerk.
He's from some important house, whatever. He didn't really listen. But so yeah, don't see other people see you, especially you, Bob, while you torture him. I hope your limbs are intact enough to torture the information out of him. He had the audacity to claim he has potions hidden by, wait for it, magic. Yes. So figure out what he's hiding. You know what tricks they use. You also use this
Sufficiently
language.
advanced technology.
Yeah. You also use whatever. I still don't approve. But yeah, figure it out while I look over this crate. Can you do that?
Enough. Will do.
Yeah, let the goblin jerk him off a couple times. He was very helpful.
The general's voice shout out at you. You're supposed to be at the gang's presence, as he's riding towards your group now.
Oh, I would like to shout out to the general.
Oh, but the other guy told us we have to get the cauldron guy back to his family first, so that's going to take 3 hours.
You can deal with that. That is not part of my orders. You can deal with the consequences of those actions on your own. You have an army invading us, and the king has requested your presence, and you're what? Bickering around, getting a barrel of ale and a crate of God knows what. Oh, hi, Fred.
Hello.
See, also, that's a man after my tastes. We gotta get that and kill Sixten as soon as possible. Where the fuck are we sitting around?
He will be here tomorrow morning.
Right, but we gotta take him and he doesn't expect us.
A defensive battle is always better than an offensive battle.
I mean, that's definitely true. But also, wasn't it this morning he's going to be arriving? Didn't we spend time traveling?
I will be seeing. Even though I don't really know why I'm saying that in character, but yeah.
It's like almost close to 1 in the night, and 6-9 did say he'll attack around 9 in the morning.
Oh, okay, cool.
At this point, actually, with all the lights, you would notice that most of the city is dark, with this camp mostly being the one of the largest light sources. With the other the largest light source being that there's a lot of almost neon lights shifting within the top towers of the capital castle.
Cool. Yeah, well, I guess we can just like go with the guy. If like, wait a minute. Actually, before we go, I will just lean down. Well, yeah. Is the barrel open or is it still shut?
No, it's closed. It's closed.
Okay. Is it like locked or something, or can I just lift the lid up and look inside?
You can lift it up, I guess. It's just. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just like to look inside. Lucas, do I see any invisible potions on this guy's belt or in his jacket or something?
He's naked with a hard on.
Okay.
As you open the barrel, you see 3 eyes staring at you.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In one is a bee still humming.
Right. Yeah. I look down. Does he have any potions on him?
No.
Cool. I punch him in the face and call him a pervert, and then close the lid.
Can't you use your sight to like see if he's not connected to something?
The general looks at you. Did you just call Ale a pervert?
Yeah, it's super fucking gross. Anyone who drinks ale is a total weirdo.
Huh.
As I say this, I have the mug of ale still in my other
that's
hand.
beer. No. You have a beer. That's different. That's more profound.
I'm not sure it is, but okay. Also, I will just say that as I'm holding it, I'm not holding it like a normal person by the handle. I'm holding it by the rim, and like my thumb is inside the tankard, so the roots of my plants are just steadily absorbing the beer.
Nice.
My body is metal, but my arm can get drunk. Hooray!
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't wither from alcohol.
We will see how it affects it. But yeah, I think Butcher will definitely and Connie would follow the general.
Yeah. So you follow the general as he's riding on a horseback quite at a faster pace. which is a comfortable walking pace for the robots, and painful crawling speed for the
He's just crawling at maximum speed.
No, now that the goblin is walking on his own again, now Timmy can hold my leg.
Nice.
The goblin has not let go of your leg.
Well, I have 2 legs, so it works.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, we can just go back to Bob being carried by by CT, by Carolis. Oh,
no, we can squish him into the barrel, so he already pre-tortures the guy.
Or wait, he might be into it. It's dangerous. It's like, oh, a fleshy boy.
Oh no!
Oh god.
We are talking about a dead child. Show some respect.
Oh, yeah. He's standing up in respect.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Okay, I want to point out, in this session, the DM was way more kinky than we were. What is wrong here?
Dagon, you went and you supported him in every single action.
Yep. Very true.
Yeah, so you're able to follow the general quite close behind, as quite soon outside one of the larger tents, like speaking to a few lower level soldiers that don't seem to be even dressed in soldierly uniform properly. You see the old King Bob. As he sees you and slowly waves hello.
I will wave back.
What up?
Hi. So my general here, as he looks at the general who gets off his horse, and you notice the kid is actually gone now.
Keeping the kid out of danger.
My general here has mentioned that there won't be an additional army coming from you.
Yeah, I mean, it really shocked us, but it turns out those vampires who said that they would help us fight the other vampires have actually decided to join the other vampires. No one could have possibly seen this coming.
Weird, because I definitely
They've possibly seen this coming.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
We did kill their leader though, so they're probably gonna be at least delayed coming here.
Oh, so we have a chaotic vampire army.
Well, actually, I don't think we killed a leader. I think we killed like a middle manager. Their leader's actually Sabotage.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't there, so, let's hope.
True.
Well, anyway, one disorganized army, this is the second disorganized army, and then we got 6-9, which is probably also gonna be disorganized.
Wait. I just remembered, we did actually bring a couple of vampires. It's not quite an army, but we have 2.
That's the second one. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, we have one blood-crazed vampire on a motorbike, and we have one indifferent vampire in a car.
Well,
but yeah, I would.
But neither of them is going to help us, so it doesn't matter.
Wait. Oh, hi, Fred. Where's Josh? Where's Bob? Wait, where's Bob? Where are those 2?
So Bob is down there. He sort of got transformed into a zombie. Yeah, he got transformed into a zombie child called Timmy, but don't worry about that, he'll be fine later. As for the other guy, is that Josh? Is that the cauldron guy?
Yeah, the one you were supposed to protect with all your lives, and you told me that you'll definitely bring him alive.
Yeah, so
and I said that it's a really bad idea.
Yeah, so anyway, the thing is, I said we should wait for him before we came to see you, but your general guy there was all like, no, that's none of my business, I don't care, we'll have to go see King Bob now. So that's why George isn't here. But apparently, he'll be fine in 3 hours or so.
Oh, is he having stomach problems again?
Something like that. I mean, certainly his stomach isn't functioning currently.
He's got some bowel issues.
Yeah, he always had those problems, and I told him, boy, don't eat what other people tell you to eat what you only can, but he was always lacking the spine to say no.
Yeah, Frank should learn from him. Right, Frank?
My name's Fred.
That's what I said. Don't just eat what others give you.
Anyway, and this doesn't actually change the fact that this sorry lot isn't gonna stop CT69 from, destroying the city. So we're gonna have to come up with a plan. Something better.
Well, don't worry. I made 3 plans. The first is we did write an alliance agreement with Frank Swinian King. So
I think
it's maybe a bit late for that plan at this stage.
No, we sent the Ravens for his army to arrive.
And where is he? How far away?
The Ravens are most likely still flying. It's quite a distance.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I don't think that he's going to get the message before the battle starts.
Well, there's always plan B. If you don't have the army, we might need to wake the sleeping guardian.
What?
Cool. Sounds like a plan.
Is it a koala?
I believe the legend says it's a dragon.
Oh, nice. A dragon that might be useful. Unless it eats us.
What is there to say?
Well, I don't mind if he eats you. It's if he has dragon fire, that's gonna be the most efficient thing against vampires, right? So.
Oh, right. Dragons is what you call nuclear weapons, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, so I think Safid, aka the guy from Pomatia, aka the people invading you, have all the dragons.
What are you talking about? Dragons have been dead for hundreds of years.
Yeah, no, we literally saw one an hour ago. Wait, 2 hours ago.
You didn't see it from here?
There was a big explosion. Very big.
Maybe he looks very confused, starts scratching his head.
Maybe the other cities also had guardians beneath them and those awoke?
Oh, you've got dragons under your city, have you?
Well, yeah, the sleeping guardian. This is divine land. He's most
he looks so confused that you don't know the story about the sleeping guardian.
The sleeping guardian was the first Bobo. Because he made the boo-boo to all our enemies.
Ah, that's an interesting legend, I suppose.
Alright, so the sleeping guardian, is he under the city, somewhere in the catacombs or something?
Yes, he looks a bit confused. I don't know exactly. I hope they built a different exit, but he's supposed to be under the castle. Within the conograms, we have an access door to him. He's supposed to be awoken whenever danger strikes.
And when was the last time you fed him? Or brushed his hair or something?
A neutral growl.
Yeah.
From King Bob.
Oh yeah, I guess Butcher. Well, no, Butcher would care. This is about killing 6ix9ine.
We should take a look. But good, I have a couple plans as well. What's Plan C?
Plan C is amazing. You go talk to that guy and ask him not to invade.
Oh, that would be actually my plan A. My
That
plan
sounds
A
like a
was
great plan.
would be to switch sides to 6ix9ine because he's obviously winning, obviously. But
Well,
Fred
not if we awaken the sleeping guardian.
Yeah, Fred not.
And actually, I do have a plan D.
It's
I just came up with it.
It's Frank, right?
No, it's Fred. Frank doesn't even have a D in it. Fred does.
Alright, so what is the plan?
He like takes a moment.
Hey, but don't steal my plan. My plan is a dance-off.
Honestly, okay, so let's push my plan to plan F. Let's leave yours at plan D. So you go talk to him. If talking doesn't work, you challenge him to a dance-off. Because clearly,
he like looks down.
I don't have legs to dance on.
Then again, you could do like a very good moonwalk, right?
You wouldn't be able to tell.
Fair enough. Just
I can also do this. I can also do the splits, but it only hurts and nobody can see. So.
All right. Well, I guess we need to talk to him then. But I would actually wait. No.
No,
we
first.
We just say that we should kill him.
First, we will look at the Guardian. If he's still alive, assess his power level, and then talk to 6ix9ine.
King Bob does take off the pendant he has. That opens up like an amulet almost, and there is a greenish fourth of a card kind of looking thing. It is made out of jade. 1 second, let me just like draw the shape. It looks like this. As Bob says,
this is one of the 4 pieces needed to open the door.
Hey, give us the other 3 now.
Well, you see, the problem with the last king is he didn't really decide to keep all of them on him.
And he spread it over all the lands.
Well, not exactly. The United Kingdom kind of talked him into giving them the pieces. So you know that, if the next king of Boboland decides to go evil so they can't awaken them. Luckily for us, we only need 3 out of 4 pieces. But...
What? Why?
Yeah.
Why do we only need 3 to open the door?
Because the door accepts 3? I don't know what to tell you. Like, it was built to accept 3 out of the 4.
Do they look identical by any chance?
No.
Can't we just break the door down?
Have you even tested all the combinations? How you know that one of them is just not just useless? And it's actually a 3 keychain door lock.
I haven't.
But you know that this one is the correct one. It's not the 4th useless one, right?
He like staggers for a second.
If I'm not mistaken, it's like any of the 3 pieces can be used. So it's like
okay.
If one person disagrees, it's
you only need 3 pieces, but you only have 1 piece.
No, he just said we only need 1.
No, he said 3, didn't he?
No, you need 3.
Now, can't we copy this one?
They're different.
Okay, but you don't have them. What's the point in talking about the stupid plan if you can't get them?
Well, I can't get them, but maybe you can.
How would we do that? We have towers.
And it's almost sleep time.
Well, as I said, the United Kingdoms took the rest of the 3 pieces. and seeing as the United Kingdom representatives.
They would like us. They hate us.
And they're
We
very
don't
far
want
away.
Nonsense. He shows with his I don't know how to say does a motion with his hand like disregarding what you're saying. Nonsense. You can definitely tug them into it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't see that happening at all.
Timmy.
Yeah, I want to lean over to Timmy, aka Bob. Are you sure we want to take this land over? At this point, it looks like charity work to the citizens, and I don't like it.
Now Bob will have to. Ilian will have to listen to the session and insert what he was actually saying every time I said. He'll need to add subtitles.
He's gonna explain it to us later once he recovers his ability to speak. He's gonna explain to us what he said.
Listen. Like King Bob goes. Listen. It's a great plan. You're great people. You were supposed to bring an army. You didn't. So yeah, it's only kind of fair that you tried to do this while I tried to get the Ravens from Frankson. Yes.
Yeah, we will definitely do it. Connie, come on, take your laser sword to that door. Let's try it out.
Connie gives you an indeterminate no.
I knew she'd be in.
No, I think she agreed with me.
Yes.
Definitely agreed with me.
Another indeterminate growl.
Yeah, you see?
Yeah,
absolutely. This is good. This is amazing. I'm so glad, Connie, you agree.
Yes, Connie.
As Fred says, well, if you're going to the catacombs, you're gonna be passing by the ball anyway, so there would be no harm trying to speak it out with the kingdom representatives. I mean, they're wonderful people. I can't imagine what could you have done to have angered them.
Oh, which is like, all right, if we can't listen to the door open, we can listen to the representatives open, and then take the keys from them.
Fred looks confused. Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Hand.
Well,
all right, let's do that then.
If the representatives,
let's kill fucking 6ix9ine.
Yeah, if the representatives are already on our way, I guess we can wake them up.
King Bob says you don't need to wake them up, dear. They thought that Bobabatil will not survive until tomorrow's evening, so they're having a party tonight.
Oh, perfect. Okay, we can wait a couple hours before we meet them. That's preferable.
What?
Bob looks confused, like,
Sure.
We have important...
time is of the essence, but...
Of what essence? What essence this time?
Well, the essence of that, around 9 o'clock, they're supposed to be at our gates, so,
Can you point that essence out on the periodic table?
He takes a second.
Yes.
Okay, which one is it?
The left one. But not the one you're thinking of. The one below.
Which one would that be?
What do you mean?
Call it by the name.
So you don't know? Wow, and I thought you were a smart man, Mr. CTA.
Well, of course I know it. I'm just lagging a little bit. Wait.
Well, we wouldn't want Fred to know it, now would we?
As he looks at Fred.
And Fred goes, lithium.
I'm very. You don't want me to know it.
Wait, is it lithium? or sodium? Which one?
King Bob looks at you like with a full poker face. Exactly as in the picture, like just a stare, a blank stare.
Yeah, it's like I'm talking to Connie. Okay, guys, let's move on.
As within your range, Elise comes in, shouting, "Father! Father!"
What's up, Elise?
38, 526 vampires, one transfuni drone, and 2,436 humans. Well, not humans, people, she would say. Alive people.
Why would you say alive people? Why would you say people? Why would you not say humans?
Because mixed race, like elves and such, right? It's not. I do refer to humanoids.
Can you post it again? I forgot the number again.
What was the number? 2,000 humans.
38,000 vampires.
Yeah, 38,526 vampires.
But she said it weirdly. She said 38,526. Maybe it's
but
two groups.
Humans or humanoids was it?
2,580. No, wait. 2,580. Yeah, it's 86. Weird.
Yeah.
Weird. My mind lagged because both numbers got pretty similar, but no. Yeah. So a transfuni and a transfuni drone.
Yeah, so other than the 3 at the start, the number of the vampires and the number of humans is just the same but rearranged. Instead of 8,526, it's 2,586.
Yeah, I don't know. The universe works in mysterious ways. It's like sometimes God is so unoriginal. Like, why did the magic numbers have to be 3 and 7? Like 3 plus 7 is 10. Like, it's so weird.
Good job, Elise.
And that's where we're gonna end the session.
Awesome.
My throat hurts from all the talk.
Yeah, this was a very heavy session, wasn't it?
Really, yeah. But yeah, a couple of options on the table. We'll also see what is Timmy's opinion.
Our options are talk to CTA to 6ix9ine. If that fails, dance off with 6ix9ine. And
if that fails,
no other option.
we join 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
You can't beat him, join him.
Yep.
He looks way better for this country than Bob. Come on.
Which Bob?
I mean,
whichever, both.
To be perfectly honest, it's probably more work than it's worth trying to run this country properly.
Yes, it's like this quest we took on it's like out of pity for our wife because she needs like a pet project, our wife being Bob in this sense. And we know it's not profitable. We know she will get frustrated, but she likes it, and we want to keep her happy.
I mean, I still think we should try to rate that vault. That could be good stuff in there.
Which one? The sleeper vault?
Yeah.
It's just probably some dead koala in it.
Probably, but even if there is something good in it, like, how are we going to get in? We would need to talk to the UK people, and they're not going to be helpful.
Well, they were always easy to convince. We never really tried hard, and they always wanted us on their side.
That is true. Now that we don't have Bob, well, we're gonna have Bob next session. That's true. Damn it. Could have done this session.
but like the last, like the Pomakian lady hates us, or the what do you call them? The Boboland lady. She hates us too, and the idiot from Skargard dropped us through the bottom of the fucking floor like a moron when we could have just fought and won.
So he owes us one.
Evacuate.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's an idiot.
Oh,
He's
right, wait.
gonna...
Now this is the perfect moment. 1 second, because there's 3 players and there's 3 pendants, so I'm very interested. Let me open up, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Could all 3 of you give me a 1d6?
Oh no.
Oh, the crate.
Oh.
No, it's not a crate.
Oh.
It's... Oh, great. All the numbers are different. Wonderful. It's which United Kingdom representatives will have the pendant.
Mm.
Okay.
Because there's 6 available. That's weird. Should there be Skargard, Boboland, Pomekia, Franksonia, Eldon.
Oh fuck, Eldon's Chinedu, isn't it? He's literally
yes.
yeah, he hates us the most of all.
Alright, and Turkinia. Yeah, Turkinia does.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah, we are. There's no way we are convincing these people to handle.
We can talk it through. I am certain we can convince them, even though none of us have any charisma.
And we only need 2. We can give up one of those.
None of us convinced a single person this session, and all we did was talk.
Also, Connie can't speak, so that's not good.
I paid a guy 500 gold to do nothing. Connie can't speak at all. CTA went to talk to a guy and ended up stuffing him into a barrel because he couldn't just convince him to sell any potions. Like, we're terrible at this.
We are indeed.
At least one roll I will hopefully make a crit success.
Guys, I have good news. I just looked. Bob has high charisma.
Hey.
Bob has 9 charisma.
It doesn't matter if you have 5 charisma if you never get to roll charisma. Like, you didn't ask... Well, I don't know about CT. You might have asked CT at one point, but you definitely didn't ask me to roll charisma.
There was never a point. Nobody disagreed with you.
If we just go in and we talk to the UK people, and then like they're like, "Oh, hey, do you want to negotiate?" We'll be like, "Negotiate with my fist in your face, moron!" There's no point at which charisma comes up.
Hey, intimidation is charisma as well. It works.
But if we put the fist into their face and then take the pendant from there. Well, it's not the face, but it's like near to it.
Yeah, all we need to do is to trick them, to show them all at once, and then we snatch them and run.
Yes.
Before we start negotiating, prove that you have it, and then yoink.
Yep.
That's the only chance.
Let's go. And then we open it and then we give it back. We're like, oh, here you have it. Or we just leave it by the entrance and just trash it.
Yeah, we will give it back all used up like Frank.
Yep. I mean, it's not used up. It's just we, broke the band they put.
Yeah. The sleeping guardian is out, but it still works. The door still works.
You can
use it again.
To open the door.
Yep.
There's nothing in the room, but you can open the door if you want.
I'm sorry, we just got confused. We thought you wanted us to have it.
You put the elf in there.
Oh, yeah. At some point, hundreds of years in the future, people will be like, we have to awake the sleeping guardian again. And there's a dead elf in a barrel.
No.
Oh, God.
You can also leave the sand vampire.
Yeah. But yeah, we do at some point need to find San so that we can get him to give us the tank.
Still haven't done that, have we?
No.
Oh, God. This is so bad.
We still have Chad still taking the ship from the start of the campaign.
I mean, we can give him to the natives people. They might resurrect him.
Well, we're using Cauldron Guy as a test case, and if they resurrect him, then we can let them resurrect more important people.
Yeah, well, we have a time constraint. We have to.
Yeah.
Careful.
Apparently, it takes them 3 hours for some stupid reason.
2 hours of sniffing ketamine.
The most
59 minutes
most
of forgetting
hilarious-
about the job.
No.
Yeah.
You see, Natus is technically not a god anymore, so they have to go to another church that actually does resurrections. Pay them, get a resurrection, and then go back.
You do resurrection drop shipping? Oh.
Yeah, they like use a teleporter to teleport to like an entirely different city where it's cheap resurrections.
In 2 hours, they try to erase the marking of the other church from the forehead or something.
Yeah. Churches just watermark people when they resurrect them.
Yes.
So yeah, it's like a 15-minute ritual for the resurrection, and then a 2-hour ritual for like magical Photoshop.
I mean, they don't remove the watermark because they don't watermark them. They do it like Heat 80. They just put like a piece of them inside while they are still dead, and then they have to open it out.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the session, Lucas. That was a lot of fun, and see you all next week.
Yeah, next week.
See you next week.
Yeah.
I'll try to work on the character development finally.
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
Though I don't know how many sessions it will be till I can actually talk to Gabriel.
Also, I mean, you could try searching for someone who can dispel magic.
That would be very useful. I can't allow to dispel magic actually.
She can see magic, but she can't automatically dispel everything.
Okay, I thought she had something that could. Well, no, I think she could do damage to magic dealers or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be probably more efficient. That is very true.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bye bye.